about chat?
Yeah, unfortunately, I missed the podcast last night, but I listened to it back, and I mean, yeah, I think you saw my tweet earlier.
Yeah,
So,
I appreciate that. I love it. It's
nah,
funny that
man.
you, Rich, and Frojo all beat me to to my own news drop. I just found that's funny.
Yeah, no, Frojo beat all of us too. It's like, oh, dang, okay. And then I just realized there's probably a lot more in there aside from just Joe Fixit
Yeah,
being like the first known 7-star. And like, sure enough, we know that the pool is over 30 champions. We know the champs that they're trying to target. Like,
yeah, it's pretty
ew.
exciting. I'll have my stuff up. I'll have your stream open on the side. Thank you, Mr. King. Hey, what's up, Bart? You're in the chat. How are you?
All right, I am up now and I'm in chat. There we go.
Yeah, I'm gonna have the chat on
Okay.
screen.
All right. What do you want to start with?
Let me put the link into the Discords real quick. I guess we can start. Well, actually, yeah. What do you want to start with? I'll ask you that first.
Uh, I think let's start with kind of like the obvious ones.
Okay.
So I think we know Viv Vision is going between the Ultrons and Iron Man Infinity War.
Yeah. Okay.
I
So
think,
yeah,
yeah,
there's no alphabetical order. Easy one to like say. No alphabetical
yeah,
order.
yeah. I think Viv makes the most sense there, just between the connections, and then she's got both versions of her father right there. Like,
Yeah. So guys, if you don't know what we're doing, we are breaking down the state of the battlerealm map. We have Eggatron on call, amazing creator and theory crafter, and we're basically using the old map and kind of seeing where those places of characters who never come. Viv Vision being one of our picks for next month, and so that's basically I'm moving over the layer from the previous file to this file, so it should be pretty fun.
hmm. I think, yeah. So let's go off your predictions as well for the rest of the 6 months that we know about, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I guess next up is Kate Bishop, and then she pretty much fits in between the Black Widows, Hawkeyes,
Kate
Hip
Bishop.
Kingpin. Yeah.
I try to sound like yelling that every time I hear her name now.
Yeah, I feel like that's the most likely spot for
Yeah.
her. Who else did you have running up? We were looking at April, and you said it was supposed to be what, Monica Rambeau?
Um. Oh, for July.
Oh, for July. Oh, that far away. Okay. Who's What was the event for April? Was it Spiders or was
Yes,
that?
Spider.
Okay.
And this is interesting is that they're, we'll get into it later, but I have the villains as my April, and a lot of people are saying hero and villain, and so it's kind of interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I think to just knock out the super super easy ones, I think Sandman is the one that's between Void, Scorpion, Rhino, Electro, and then I think Lizard is the one that's closer to Spider Gwen.
All right.
And that is mainly due to Spider Gwen's backstory with the Lizard being Peter Parker from her timeline. And even though it's not like, even though we're probably going to get the Curtis Connors Lizard, I still
Mm-hmm.
think that sort of connection is enough of a hint
You
for
said to
that.
the left of her, right?
Yeah,
Okay, cool,
to the left of her, because the one in the middle of the Spider People, I think, is going to be someone else.
nice. Would you say Sandman?
Sandman was there, yeah, is where you have him.
Okay, okay, I thought so.
Just yeah, connection with Rhino, connection to the Sinister Six between Scorpion and Electro. Honestly, it could be as simple as he's next to Think because he's made of rocks. I don't know, but no, the big giveaway was probably Rhino
Yeah,
being right there.
for sure, for sure.
Yeah,
All right.
and then what else do you have in mind?
Yeah,
So that
so
was
Adam Warlock and High Evolutionary.
okay.
Adam Warlock's an easy one.
Yeah, yeah.
Where are you going? The Cosmic class. So you got
You're
Medusa.
thinking the spot next to Gamora, or
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
yeah, okay.
And then this one's an interesting one. This one's an interesting. High Evolutionary. What class does he pick? Is he science or is he tech? This is a hard
I
one.
don't think. Oh, see,
I
this is interesting. I have different picks for tech,
yeah.
but I don't think he's science.
Really? What? You don't think he's either?
Based on the connections between, it makes sense because they have They have one spot that's tied to Rocket, but it's also in the middle of some Sinister Six, and they have one spot that's tied to Yondu, but it's in the middle of some Iron People.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting because I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say I don't think they're gonna do High Evolutionary.
What? I don't know. I disagree. I think I don't know, man. Mayor Poppins, you know?
Just entirely based off of what they've released, I no longer think that High Evolutionary is coming alongside Adam Warlock.
Wow, that's crazy. I'm gonna put them on my map, and we'll see if we disagree later on.
What did you have in mind, just out of curiosity?
Warlock and Sentinel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What makes you think there? Because
Yeah.
that.
So we don't. The Sentinel program, like the only one we can have is Bastion. I don't think he's kind of coming on. Warlock is a weird character to connect to because New Mutants. There's not really any tech New Mutants. High Evolutionary is human, but he becomes alien with his evolved state of leaving Earth and going to counter Earth. So maybe like I don't know. That's just kind of what I'm thinking. We'll see.
Um, I agree with you with Bastion in the middle of the Sentinels. However, I was also thinking Danger to attach to Warlock.
Oh yeah, that'd be interesting.
But honestly, if we had to put High Evolutionary anywhere, I do agree that that would be the spot because
Okay.
I think Bastion's right in the middle of the Sentinels. I think either Shocker or Hobgoblin is in that Sinister Six spot. And then I think Machine Man could potentially be the one in between Iron Man,
Oh
Variant,
yeah,
and the others.
that'd be sick. All right, I'm gonna put Forge in the bottom left mutant spot.
Yep, I think I agree with that. That's the X4 stuff. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn him. I had him as tech class, but I don't think they're gonna do that anymore.
No,
Absolutely not.
would have been cool, but I think just based on what they're doing here, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna read them chat real quick. Sorry, guys. A lot of theory crap, so we can run circles around everyone. Having a good time Wednesday going to Ant-Man 3. Oh, dude, that's gonna be a fun movie. Um, Kabesh would be in the skill class, absolutely. Viv and Kate next month, that's what I'm hoping for. Sandman and some cool abilities, absolutely. One Facebook user gave a cool photo that shows the characters that could appear in the second half of the year. Ooh, okay. April has two Spidey characters. I think that one be villain, one hero. Yeah, I do. I have two villains, but I'm not disagreeing with one hero, one villain for sure. Especially Mr. King thinks Silk and Superior Spider-Man as that month, so that's interesting. June will now be a mutant. Bastion could be that month. Well, I don't know. I'm very curious on that because there was no Sentinel spots on the previous map, and that actually filled up all to the end of last year or this year. So if they're building Bastion, it's probably gonna be next year. It won't be this year.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know. I think it's possible if we do get Forge and Bastion the same month.
Oh,
It's possible. Yeah, who knows?
yeah. I just was really connecting Forge and Shatterstar to the same month.
Yeah. The problem is, it's like I don't know where Shatterstar would fit now based on this.
Oh, that is weird. Yeah.
Yeah. See, near Magneto, Toad, and that could be. I think I'm actually going to lean Pyro for that, like a
Oh,
more Brotherhood
finally.
based spot.
Yeah, it is. It's an interesting spot. It's only.
Yeah. And the one in between the Wolverines, I
Yeah.
don't know. I would love if that's
Dakin.
Deathstrike.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
I'd love if that was Deathstrike, but I don't know if that's going to be the case.
Is she not actually a mutant? That Lady Deathstrike?
I think she turned out to. I think she would fit in tech
Yeah.
if she was like mechanically crafted.
Yeah, she's
But
a cyborg.
that could be Silver Samurai. I don't know if Silver Samurai has ties to Sunspot or Iceman, but
So I wanted. Yeah, I want to. This is my interesting one too. Is like, there's not too many mutants out. So we'll skip to the Dakin, the Clan of Wolverine event. So you have I put Lady Deathstrike in the tech class, and then I put Silver Samurai in the skill class. However, their Silver Samurai is a mutant with his tachyon field sword ability, so it's kind of interesting. That's something to think about.
do you think we're more likely to get Deathstrike than Bastion?
I'm just going off the previous map. Yes,
Yeah.
for in order first.
Okay. I'm just curious because that would be a cool one, and I think I actually like the idea of Death Strike better than Danger.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll
And
be interesting.
yeah, and Lady Deathstrike, she's kind of surrounded. Like if we put her in the Sentinel vision, those are all either people who use tech or are robots. So it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. And then yeah, I don't know. It just seems less and less likely to me that High Evolutionary would fit on what they're doing currently with this map.
Interesting.
So it's going to be interesting to see for sure. Like I'd be happy to be wrong. I think he'd fit pretty well into the game, but based on what they're deciding here, I don't know.
Yeah, this is a hard one because like probably these hexagons like it's probably only connecting to one character, the one like the next two. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So or it's red herrings.
that's what I'm saying. Like you could have a spot that's got Sandman, and what attachment does Sandman have to Wasp, for example,
Yeah,
or Void for that matter?
that's true.
What attachment does Lizard have to Quicksilver? Like it's just interesting to say the least. Like even if you look at the characters that are like already existing, how the heck is the Phoenix connected to Venom the Duck? Like,
Yeah, there's
come
not. They
on.
don't interact at all in the game.
Yeah, and why is Cull Obsidian the only member of Thanos? Well, no, they're all kind of spread out, which is interesting. But I was gonna say Cull's like right in the middle of like CGR and other stuff there.
Vega says, "Oh, this is Aiden. I just messaged him on Discord."
Oh yeah, sorry Vega, I haven't been checking. What else here?
All right, I put Gladiator by the Captain Marvel spot. Actually, you know
I think
what?
that's fair.
Yeah, I'm
Actually,
curious on Monica's powers because Monica can easily be science class versus cosmic class, and that's what I'm curious on. You know what I mean?
yeah, I just don't know where she'd fit in science is the problem.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, it's hard. You two are addressing a question I had. I was wondering how some of the champions get to one another. Yeah, I mean, there's not too many lore things for over here. Like, Purgatory has no ties to anyone she's surrounded by. Um, Massacre doesn't either. So there's some weird ones, I think.
Yeah,
Like the previous maps, they literally were either location based or story based. And it's funny that we mentioned that Mr. Negative and Spot are actually next to each other, like we talked about the other day. So that's cool. But it's hard. Silver Samurai is a mutant. His ability changes his sword. Yeah, that's what we're saying. Like he's a mutant, but his single power is skill, is to make his sword a tachyon field and cut through any armor or any animanium. So it's a hard one.
yeah. Shatterstar would be Mystic due to connection with Longshot and Mojo. Is
Yeah.
there a spot open near Mojo?
There's not. He's by Purgatory and Mangog.
Okay. See, maybe there's an argument for the Longshot spot, but
Yeah. Those are like two sorcerers, and then you have Longshot. But that would be cool. I need to look at. It's weird because Longshot. Yeah, I guess it makes sense that he's a mutant. You know, being like a weird clone of himself, or a clone of his dad, and also births himself. It's so strange.
there was a slot close to Longshot. Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's like I'm wondering if it's more. There's more potential to tie it into other things than Shatterstar because it's a reach.
Yeah, and they've 100% confirmed he is a mutant, so it's not like we're saying, oh, he fits in the mutant class because of his connections. It's literally comics. Like, he's straight up said to be a full mutant.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it'll hurt to put Monica Rambeau on the map.
Yeah.
Just to say she's there. Because that at least would rule out Cosmic, and we're fairly certain that she's going to be coming in Cosmic. So.
All right, I'm changing her name to actual Monica because
Cassie,
who knows what? Yeah, exactly. Who knows what the MCU will choose this time?
Yeah, and then I guess that solidifies because you have future Ant-Man in the middle of all the 2099 people. That solidifies that theory that we were talking about earlier this month.
Mm-hmm. Yep, next to the Punisher and Guillotine. Pretty sweet.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. Why is Lady Deathstrike on a tech spot? Because she's a cyborg. She has cyborg enhanced claws. Like, you guys know what her design is, right? I mean, I don't know if I can show it on stream, but
Yeah.
you guys know what I'm talking about.
I apologize. I don't know how to read that. Is it just Bart?
I call him Bart.
Okay, so Silver Samurai would apply. So he could apply ruptures. He could go to degens. He would be the first champion outside of no, because we have Scorpion. I was gonna say, and we have Scorpion in spot now, but he would be the first skill champion to have access to ruptures at his base, because I think Hawkeye only gets them with the synergy or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it would be interesting. For the most part, Rupture stayed in the Mystic class until 2023 or until 2022, and then we got Scorpion and Spot.
Yeah. Lady Deathstrike is one where she is a cyborg. She's got a healing factor. She has cyberpathy, so she can connect to cybernetic things. She has her nano manipulation, so she can be skill class. But I just have her for tech. I just got a feeling that, she's not a mutant in the comics. That's only in the X-Men movies for some reason, of having the same powers as the way they did that. But
yeah, I'm with you. You talked me out of having both Danger and Bastion.
mm-hmm.
I think.
I mean, it's for the future. I think those are possible.
Yeah, I still think I'd stick with Bastion, and maybe put him where you have High Evolutionary.
Yeah.
But I think you're right. I think Deathstrike goes in the middle of all the Sentinels and the other characters who like enhance themselves with tech. We haven't really looked at like any of the Mystic spots.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, this is a hard one.
So there's one that's tied to Mephisto and Ghost Rider, and Morningstar for that matter.
All right. I want to put Agatha next to Dr. Voodoo.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
It's not too far away from the Scarlet Witches in that. If she is still coming to the game, I think that would be your spot. Yeah.
Yeah. One Danger be at it for a while. Vengeance. Yeah, that'd be an interesting one. I don't know. I want Kushala before we get.
Kushala would be interesting.
Yeah, and what's funny is no one really caught this, but Kabam Yolo said when we were talking about last night, he was talking about the Summoner's Choice, and I said, "Oh, White Tiger can come anyways." He's like, "Oh yeah, there's some coming," like talking about losers. So that's interesting. I don't know if people caught that.
I didn't actually, so that's good.
Yeah, no one caught that. I thought that was funny.
All right, let's take a look at. I'm just gonna click through now.
All right, so I had this weird spot where it's like we didn't know if Spidey Supreme fit on the spiders or the sorcerer or the Tome Vigilante. We still don't know because now it's different. And if it wasn't him, I put Clea or Nico. I think they're gonna save Clea for Doctor Strange 3. So do you think Nico is a possibility?
Nico Minoru, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's possible, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna just put her next to Hood and Rentra, just with the I don't know. I'm blanking on the comic name, but Strange Academy. There you go.
Yeah, I think it's interesting that they've clustered a lot of the kind of monstrous sides of the Mystic class in the top right, like the side magic and that, like all the demonic entities or the possession-based ones.
Yeah. It's crazy how Morningstar is so far away from Guillotine and Purgatory. That's weird.
Yeah. I think that's more due to them wanting to connect Mephisto.
Yeah.
That's just kind of reinforcing my theory that this is someone else who's made a deal with Mephisto.
Yeah.
We just have to find out who.
All right. Let's hit up a check. So I got a lot. All right. Monica would be science. She got her powers through science tests. Well, when it comes to classes, it's what abilities would they have in game versus their origin story, because Mr. Fantastic and the Fantastic Four shouldn't be their class if we're going off of how they got their powers. You know what I mean? All right, really, the second part of the roadmap. Who do you think is the one spot next to the other Spider-Mans? Yeah, I think it's Silk. Like that's what.
Yeah, I'm with you on Silk. It's either Silk or Superior.
Yeah.
And I want it to be Silk. Let's put it that way. As badly as I would think,
Superior probably can be tech by the Sinister Six.
Yeah, I'm sticking with either Shocker or Hobby though. I think
Habla Goblin.
Yeah.
Get Mark Hamill to do the voice acting. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
All right. Damon Hellstrom is another Mystic. Oh, Damon. Yeah, he'd be cool.
Damon Hellstrom might actually be the Mephisto spot.
Yeah.
I would actually very much be okay with that.
Okay. Okay. He's a cool character. I hated his TV show. I don't know if anyone watched it.
Oh no, I didn't.
It was
I didn't
terrible. All right. The only thing we can predict is for whenever the Marvel's movies coming out. Well, that's interesting because we've seen at this point they plan 8 months in advance. We're only 5 months away from when it was supposed to come out. So either they're shifting the schedule like they mentioned in the Twitch stream, or they're just gonna leave Monica and do the. They showed her in like that, which is pretty cool. Hold on, they showed what she looks like. So Kabam can do the MCU version because it's not a spoiler anymore. They showed the poster, so that's, I wonder if that's what they're gonna do. Regardless, just go do the July event anyways, or maybe make Monica with I don't know, the We're Up by Night. I hope so, but I know, man.
Okay. Morbius would not be Mystic, correct?
No.
Okay, good. Because I was going to say, because he would semi-fit in that sort of magic man thing area, but not really.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna start moving around. Oh shit, there's no symbiote. I just realized now that Monica probably doesn't go in cosmic because unless Scream, like we have that symbiote character coming out.
Do we know for sure though? Because
I
they
mean,
haven't revealed anything past June, right?
yeah. So I was thinking the new guillotine and then the new symbiote spot.
Yeah. I wish.
All right, what do you think? So Monica go into science then?
The question is where though. She doesn't
Maybe
really belong in
Invisible
either
Woman?
of them.
Or Human Torch? That's my only thing. Like it's weird, but it's my only.
Does
thing.
she have any connections to them? Though?
I'd have to see. Yeah, Scream is who I'm thinking. Toxin's my second guess, so it's not. It's not out of the realm. Not out of the realm at all. We have no female symbiotes. Yeah, like I think it'd be such a shame not to do her.
Yep, I agree. Okay, so I think if we're just gonna like pivot to stuff that we kind of know, I think A-bomb is somewhere on the map in the science section as like the next gamma creature that we're gonna get as a full release.
The blue A-bomb.
Rick, yeah.
Okay. Rick Jones. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'm putting Pyropool next to the Wolverines. I'm just trying to put people from the previous map on our map, on the new map. Now. Just saying where people fit.
Are Platpool and Goldpool listed in there? Yeah, they are. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we got trophy champs on here.
Yeah.
Who am I missing? I feel like I'm missing somebody. But no NPCs on this one, which is interesting. So no Jean Grey. It looks like I was crossing my fingers for her coming. Shaman, that's who it was. I was like, who am I missing? Oh, but there's that's crazy. Okay, so I put Shaman as for the Alpha Flight, but if the Ledvirian guillotine spot is Mystic, then there can't be both, unless we remove Hellstrom and we put the guillotine next to Mephisto.
So I would be okay with that if we knew how the Ledvirian guillotine would be tied in, because we know Morningstar is tied in because of the deal that she made with Mephisto.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no other.
Oh, think about this. If we get Erishkigal, who is the goddess of death, and Mephisto being hell and being an entity of demon of hell, maybe that's a connection.
It could be.
So, we didn't know. I say Ledvirian guillotine. I mean Baron guillotine. Gabriel Fazera already said Ledvirian isn't coming. So, Franklin Richards. Well, he's not a mutant and he has no powers currently in the comics. So, yeah, no, not him. I don't like Franklin. I'm sorry. All right. Yeah. So Shaman would next to Sasquatch. I think that makes sense. I don't know about you.
I think I agree with that.
Yeah. July or August, we'll have Gladiator release Summoner's Choice. That's a possibility. But I think they're going to be switching up the end of the year, honestly, just with the delays of the Marvels, the delays of the Ironheart show. So that's interesting.
Yep.
All right, what did I say? Scream. Okay, so I moved Monica. I'm gonna put Scream next to maybe the Inhumans, I guess, because Venompool's there.
That could work.
Scream. All right, so we have 2 skill, 1 science, and 1 tech.
Okay. So,
All right. All right.
yeah. So,
All
what are you
right.
thinking?
We have the Patriot Garrison spot, and we had that as U.S. agent. So that's a weird spot because none of the mystery spots are by Captain America. Because obviously we don't have in the skill.
Yeah.
So maybe Nick Fury, U.S. agent, or Karnak and Valkyrie and Korg and Mantis. But I don't know. I'm thinking Black Panther, I guess.
Yeah. It's
It's
really
close to
difficult
Zemo.
to
Yeah.
say. See, I was originally considering what's his name, the British Punisher,
Oh yeah.
because he's already tied to MCOC. So I was
You talk.
wondering if we were finally going to get him.
Yeah. Are you talking about Union Jack?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it Union Jack? I'm not sure if it's Union Jack. That's
I
the
can share a picture. He's on the MCOC comic book cover. That's why.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Nigel Higgins.
Night. Oh, you're okay. You're talking actually him. Okay, sorry. I was not. I was thinking of a different person. Yeah, you're
Oh,
thinking
I was thinking of Outlaw. I was thinking of Outlaw.
Outlaw. Yeah. Oh, okay, that'd be interesting. Actually, that would be
Because
the
if we're
actual
looking at it,
winner of the comics.
yeah. Because if we're looking at it right there, it's tied to Punisher, it's tied to Night Thrasher, and then he's also an African American or African European, I guess is the right word. He's
Mm-hmm.
also a black character.
Yeah. I mean, he is so cool, and he won the comics. He never got introduced in the game. Kabam Gabe said, "Hey, if people want him in the game, ask for him, and we'll get him." So that'd be cool.
Mm.
Nigel Higgins. Okay, that's a cool one. I'll put it on there. Union Jack and Sabra are going to be introduced in Secret Wars. I have not heard that rumor, but that's interesting. God Emperor Doom would be sick. I could see. I don't think we're getting God Emperor Doom. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Frankie Rage Nova. She has a connection to Human Torch, but would she be in the science class? I mean, she is a herald, and I'm voting some members of the Great Ring of Araco. Ooh, yeah, Araco would be interesting, but it seems like they're not. If they were gonna do it, they wouldn't have added a Mega Sentinel, and they would have done an Araco member. So it doesn't seem like they're going down that path.
They would have put it alongside of Captain Britain if they were going down the Araco route.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
or next to APOC with his family.
Yeah, and we would have had Cyber by now if they were going down that route.
Yeah. That's cool. I didn't know that about Secret Wars. And Secret Wars 2 is like we have Abigail Brand at least like absolutely confirmed. So I was curious because she was on my map before, but then Kate Bishop like convinced me. No, this is Kate Bishop instead with the Agent of Shield spot next to Nick Fury. So I think I'm curious on this because we filled up Mutant, we filled up Mystic, we filled up Scale. Now if we put Nigel Higgins and U.S. Agent on the map at the same time.
Velvet Key in chat puts up a really good point that they could go down the route and do Silence instead of Scream. And that would explain why we don't have a cosmic symbiote spot.
That's the white one, right?
Yes, that is basically the anti-Scream one.
But it's so like 6 appearances. It might be too obscure to do. That's why I think they're gonna do Scream because she's so at least well known. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I think it really is gonna be between Toxin and Scream. I think they're just gonna go Scream just to bring up the
Plus,
gap.
I think she would potentially be another science symbiote rather than a mystic one if it was going to be Silence.
That'd be
It would
interesting.
be interesting though.
Yeah. Give Anti-Venom a run for his money.
Hmm. Don't
Pyro.
do that, please. I like that. I like my boy.
That's funny. All right, Pyro and Blob. This couple would be sick. Blob, defensive god. Dude, they are both. I mean, I wasn't on the Blob train, but I was on Pyro train for when Sauron, because I thought it was like, oh yeah, it's probably Pyro, and no. But yeah, I want
Yeah,
him.
I was not expecting Sauron. I'm just happy we got him, but I was not expecting Sauron.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna go to Mr. King's to see what he's thinking. So for his cosmics, oh yeah. Adam Warlock, Monica Rambeau, and Gladiator. So we
Yeah,
agree on Monica probably doesn't go just with the he might have overlooked the
the symbiote
the
stuff. Yeah,
symbiote. Yeah. All right. For Mystics, he went Agatha, New
he's
Guillotine.
only got 3 listed there.
He put Spiral and put it in brackets, so I don't know if that's interesting.
Yeah,
Science, he did High Evolutionary, Lizard, Sandman, Leader, and Silk. Right, he did Leader, which is
I like the leader pick.
yeah
Uh,
for Cap 4, right? He's supposed to be in that.
Something like that. In all honesty, I see. Yeah, I think Scream. Just based off of what they've already decided to do, I don't know if we're going to get a symbiote event. At least not right away. I'd like us to, but the fact we've only got 3 cosmic slots makes me want to just put Monica in the cosmic slot and then run leader next to A-bomb and leader next to Abomination and then A-bomb next to the Hulks.
I know you
But
really want a bomb.
I think it would be a cool way to do a Hulk character without having to go down the Bruce Banner route.
Yeah, I mean, man, I find it so weird that Immortal Abomination is the face of Rick, but it's not Rick. It's so confusing.
Yeah, is it? Did they base it off that or General Fortean's face?
It's
Oh yeah,
yeah, like in his bio it says General 14, but when you look at his ugly face, it's Rick Jones.
it's Rick. Okay.
But it's so confusing. I brought that up with Kabam and I never got an answer. Hey, what's up, B McG? How you doing, man?
Maybe.
All right, so so he's got Silk on there. He's got Leader, Sandman, Lizard, High Evolutionary. So I put High Evolutionary in Tech, and I put Monica in Science. So I think that's interesting. We'll see how this goes. Um, for Scale, he said Kate Bishop, Abigail Brand, or Shuri Black Panther, U.S. Agent.
I don't think we're gonna get another Shuri.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, I was honestly surprised we got the MCU Shuri rather than the Baron Shuri, but
Yeah,
yeah,
I was surprised I mean, I guess because Marvel wanted to keep it a secret, but they easily could have given us the Black Panther version. I think combine it, but whatever.
yeah. I'm wondering if that was something they just weren't told about or said, okay, you're bringing Shuri to the contest in this month.
Yeah, here you go. Here's the Black Panther version instead of the Wakanda Forever. Okay, all right. So
Oh, what if Wendigo is that spot instead of Shaman? Bart just made a really good point.
I'm curious on because like I'm trying to keep it full on Alpha Flight and like classic Alpha Flight members, and Shaman makes the most sense before, and I think he does the most right now. I don't know.
Yeah, but I that's not necessarily an Alpha Flight spot. Like the only connection is really Sasquatch. The rest of it is
I was just
typically like
I was just going
yeah,
based on the last map since there's an Alpha Flight spot.
yeah. See, it's just so interesting how they have not kind of gone with their consistency there.
Yeah, it's I think it's Gabriel for like leaving, and then
Yeah.
doing something new.
Also, hi Natalie who joined.
Yeah. What's up, Natalie? Yeah, we're in my Discord, guys. If you guys don't want to watch the YouTube video, and you want to just listen. We're in my personal Discord.
Yeah.
Okay.
So okay, do we want to move on to Mutant then and just take a look from there?
I want to fill this last spot in Tech. I'm trying to think.
Machine Man or Bastion? Like Yocasta, there's a very slim chance, but yeah.
What? Like the Iron Man spot. I kind of just want to go Ironheart. I just gotta. It's next to Infamous Iron Man, which obviously they have that connection from their comic.
Hmm?
It's next to regular Iron Man, so I kind of want to go Ironheart. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I think she's a cool character that even Kabam themselves have said they wanted to do like in 2016. So, and it's the Shuri connection, the Iron Man connection, and the Infamous Iron Man connection. So that's a pretty good center spot.
Yeah. No, you might be right on that. So you're talking me in and out of certain things.
I'm pretty good at it. So.
It's all good. I gotta finish tuning my side as well, I guess. Let's see.
Man, it's funny because my glows are from the last map, which didn't have class glows, but this one does, and it's throwing it all off.
Yeah,
which is funny.
I get what you mean for sure.
All right. Let me change Monica's science.
It's just weird how like by just changing the layout of the map, they've automatically made it more difficult for us to agree on things.
Yeah, it sucks because it was really like my progress last year was really easy because you're like, oh, okay, well, who's an X-Force spot? Okay, well, that's weird. Those 3 characters were in a specific X-Force comics. That's probably Forge, right? Clan of Wolverine. Oh, we have like 7 Wolverines in the game. Probably not another Wolverine. Probably someone connected. So, I think this is going to be much harder, especially when it's probably only connecting to one person the Hexagon's connected to.
That's what I'm saying. It's like now that they've got, excuse the pun, spider web essentially completed, then it's just going to get tougher and tougher.
All right. Let's read up on chat. Deathlock for me, dude. I'm still crying inside down that loss. Hope. Sorry. Hope Forge and Shatterstar are good since they seem like they're all mutant. Since Pirate Pool would likely be a trophy champ. Mutant class really needs some help. Yeah, I mean, I guess we got some good ones. I mean, not too overpowered like Legion, but one day, man, I hope so. Mystique as well. Yeah, man, I don't think Mystique is this year. If she is, that Magneto spot and Toad spot would definitely be her.
And Nightcrawler.
Yeah, and Nightcrawler. So, and Beast being blue as well. So, and Rogue as well. So that and
okay.
Professor X.
Don't talk me into putting Mystique on the map. Don't do it. Did we just really talk ourselves into putting Mystique on the map?
Goodness, that's hard.
Oh God, did we just do it?
Oh no. Okay.
Did we just do it?
Shit.
Oh no.
Then
okay. I'll do it. I'll do it.
Okay. I was gonna say we could probably remove Pirate Pool, put Shatterstar there. Pirate Pool's probably a trophy champ, so maybe that's not why he's on this map. And then put Mystique there.
Oh man.
Damn, that's crazy.
I'm putting Mystique there. I know how dangerous I know how dangerous the game I'm playing is, but I'm putting Mystique there. It's just there were literally too many connections for it to not. If it's a bait, if it's a hard bait, then I'm gonna be a little sad.
Yeah. All right, I'm moving Pirate Pool. I think he's still coming, but it's a trophy champ. It's a weird one. They're not all trophy champs. All right, Mystique Q. For the longest time as a kid, I couldn't spell her name.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I just found that I always have to say Mystique Q to actually spell it.
Oh man, I really didn't want to do it.
Yeah, I know.
But
it's so perfect. Every character.
We can't ignore it.
Oh my god, the community is gonna be like, "Oh my god, Mystique is coming! Oh my god!"
We've just baited everyone.
Wouldn't be the first time. That's so funny.
Oh man, I'm gonna be disappointed if this isn't Mystique.
Yeah, dude, it's. Like, out of every character, she fits.
There's too many.
Yeah.
There's too many. I'm sorry, like, there are not very many things on this map where we can say a full 6 out of 6 makes sense. That's one of them.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Crazy.
That's so annoying.
Huh. Okay.
Man, if they finally figured it out, that's going to go so crazy for us.
Yeah, man. I literally was just like watching a Dirky Diggity stream, and he was like, this was like 3 years ago actually, just because he left it unlisted, and I was listening to it, and he was like, there are some, like, he was talking about I forgot what he mentioned. Oh, Sandman. Yeah, he was like Sandman. If he's probably not in the game, it's because of technical limitations. But we're always getting updates, like Mystique, probably coming eventually. So I think we're getting so close. It's probably time, right? Finally.
I feel like it is. I feel like with the tech that we're getting between Absorbing Man, between Hulkling, I think it's coming.
Okay, that's
I,
nice.
I think if we didn't get Absorbing Man, I would be a lot more hesitant to say this, but we've got a character who is literally changing forms.
Yeah,
So now we're going to get a little bit more interesting. And then we've got Cassie Lang who's changing size.
yeah,
So this is going to be interesting to say the least.
yeah. And they always say like it's kind of like testing, like this character tests for another character that'll come down the road. So
Yep.
I'm not too against it at all. For mutant, I'd go Warpath, Vulcan, Franklin Richards. Well, like I said, Franklin Richards isn't a mutant, so. But Warpath and Vulcan, those are cool characters, I for sure think. But from the previous map, the only mutants I had on my map was Shatterstar, Forge, and Deadpool, Pirate Pool Supreme. So I think Pirate Pool just doesn't really fit. Like, there's no Deadpool connection. So maybe I'll make a side note as Trophy Champ. So that's interesting, though. I think Mystique, yeah. I think if not, at least they can introduce her this year as an NPC and then make her playable next year if they're still struggling with it.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy. That's so funny. I've been saying like, oh, she's coming eventually, but she's not on my radar, like within this year.
Hmm.
That's cool.
See, I'm wondering if there's like a specific orientation that the each individual images are supposed to have. Like, I know it sounds weird, but what if there's a way that they all connect? Like, we know the mutant one is supposed to be like bottom right or whatever.
Okay, so this is weird though. So on their Twitter they started with skill and then they go down to mutant, but then mutant the skill goes to science. Like their colors connect when you put them together.
Yep.
But skill, it's almost like a loop because skill to the left has the yellow and then mutant to the right has red. So I didn't know how to specifically display it that way.
No. If the colors like specifically blended, which as you say it, of course I start seeing it, then no, I'm with you on that. That is Ghost Rider and Symbiote Supreme is making me think either Kushala or Agatha or maybe Clea. Yeah, we talked about Clea a little earlier, Natalie. We're thinking that they're going to save it for the third Doctor Strange movie.
Yeah, I heard they're actually how they were delaying stuff. They're actually moving that up, so that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Natalie's hoping out for Kushala. It's a hard one. That Nico.
You've talked me out of danger. Are you happy now? You've talked me out of danger. Oh man!
I think we have a good list for tech. I really like tech. I really like mutant. I'm really confident with cosmic. Mystic, I'm a little on the fence on. Science, I'm fine with, but some of skill and some of Mystic, I'm a little on the fence on. Like Nico, and I know as much as I love Outlaw, I'm still on the fence on him. But I don't know. Nico and Nigel Higgins, it's like two I'm curious on. I don't know.
Okay, so I think I'm gonna do that. So yeah, I don't know. High Evolutionary would make sense if it's like a true, because they said it is a Guardians of the Galaxy event, did they?
Yes, they said Guardians of the Galaxy. They showed a picture of the comic and the logo for the movie. That Adam Warlock was in the comic that they showed.
Of course they did.
They only mentioned one character, so kind of like we've seen last year is like when they only mention one character and you're kind of guessing on who the second one is. So
yeah, it could be someone like completely unrelated. Who knows?
Yeah. And they talked about a seed protecting it, and I was thinking, like, maybe Adam Warlock has to defeat High Evolutionary because either he wants to use the seed to evolve whatever the battle realm. I don't know. I just think it's probably most likely.
Yeah, this new format is throwing me. I'll just say it. It is.
Oh, Enchantress Season 2. That'd be... Dude, Sylvie was on my predictions when Loki was coming out.
What if that's the Loki connection instead?
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
I think I might. Okay. Based on the fact that Agatha was the runner-up was she runner-up for Zemo?
Yeah. No, she was second place, and Zemo was...
Yeah, okay. So, but they still opted to go Zemo over her instead.
Yeah.
So that has me wondering if we're kind of just like holding out for something that's not coming. or
I mean,
it's something that's like way down in the slate. Like, how far away is Coven of Chaos?
I don't. Sorry. The end of the year, but they just shifted their thing, so I still don't know if it's coming out. So Covenant of Chaos, and we just got Mantis with the holiday special. I mean, it was a month late, but at the very least, they could do a month late with Agatha
Yeah.
because the show will still be running through. So we could
How many
move.
spots are there right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay. There's a lot.
Yeah,
So they've got like the next
it's
year and a half.
24.
There's 24s? Okay.
I think that's what Mr. King said.
Let's look up here.
All right.
3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 5. So
The thing about Loki season 2 though is that it's still this summer, so we wouldn't probably get Sylvie unless they switch out. I don't know. That's weird. Unless they remove, like, let's say they had the Monica Rambeau, Marvels 2, which we still don't know the villain of that movie, so that she has to be paired up with someone else. So that's interesting. And Sylvie coming out the same. They were supposed to run through that summer. So if they had to switch July's event with Sylvie, that'd be interesting.
yeah, you know what? I may put it on mine just because I think I like the concept of Enchantress a little bit better than Agatha. I'm gonna be fully honest. I never voted for Agatha in that thing.
I didn't either.
I don't know. I felt like the only reason why she went as far as she did was the recency bias with the WandaVision TV
Yeah.
show.
So
And I felt, yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
felt that was just.
I'm gonna move Agatha next to Rintra.
I think that's maybe a fair spot.
Yeah.
As much as I would like Nico,
I like
yeah.
Nika, man. I'm gonna play Midnight Suns this week, guys. If you guys want to, she's badass in that. All right. I can hope for Infinity War Thanos. I wouldn't.
based on the cosmic spots, no.
Yeah, it's too late, dog. Plus, we have like three. You notice? Actually, I noticed this too. MST was mentioning the Thanos they chose is the Infinity War Thanos. It's not classic Thanos that's playable, so that's kind of weird.
It's not nameless either. And what is it specifically? It's the one that came about.
When he collects the stones, we have to fight him.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. That was interesting. I didn't notice that. Moreland for Mystic. Oh man, I think Kabam. They destroyed the Web of Destiny, so there's no reason to have Moreland in the game anymore. Sadly, man, I'm still mad at Eclipse, who did those events with the Teasin, and he was like, "Oh, wasn't Teasin Moreland? Sorry."
Yeah. There's a few things. Like I said, the format is making us disagree way more than usual.
Yeah.
So, Kabam, I love you, but at the same time, don't do this to me.
Yeah.
I like it when Jay and I are on the same page.
Mystic for Hellcow. Kabam have said Hellcow is way easier to make in game than Mystique, so that would be an interesting one.
For sure.
All right. Agatha, Shaman, New Guillotine, Baron Guillotine, Avrishagul, whatever it is. New Kabam original, it doesn't matter. Sylvie next to Loki. And I think that's probably Mystic. I'm still on the fence on Sylvie, but it kind of makes sense. We missed out on getting her last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be...
Like I'm more on board with that than I am with Agatha.
Yeah, and I'm still gonna put Agatha. Just I don't know, man. I want Kushala too. Like it sucks that Kushala definitely could go next to Ghost Rider, or
I'm putting her there.
Okay.
I like, as much as I'd like to be wrong, and we're getting this symbiote guillotine event. I think based on the fact that we're supposed to be getting Monica Rambeau, and based on the fact that we're supposed to be getting, I think based on Monica Rambeau taking that symbiote spot, that we may not get Scream and Leadberry Guillotine. Just like it's one of those situations where it's because we don't see either that I'm like, okay, this is a little weird. Crap. Okay. Invert selection.
All right, I was salty that show got bumped out. Yeah, I don't know. I have a feeling it probably is her, but it's hard because I'm confident on Shaman just with the Outflight spot from the last map. We had two Temple Vishanti spots and then a Spider Hero spot. I obviously put Spider Spider Supreme in the Spider-Verse spot, but now that Silk is on our map, maybe Silk goes there and he goes in the Temple of Ajanti spot, which then means Agatha and Spider. So, but now we have an extra
I
Mystic
think
spot.
the weirdest class to work with is skill.
Yeah, I think so.
I think that's the one where there's just like the biggest question marks out of all of these, because yeah, like I'm trying to think of like, okay, who were some like really good cosmic fighters that were also like skill champs? Like we're looking at Mantis and Karnak.
Yeah,
like,
and
who fits with that trend?
You know what's cool though is there's only three cosmics, and there's like I don't want to say it, but there's only 3 mutants. But there's some skill balance, there's some class balancing here.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The fact we've got 5 techs is enough.
Yeah.
I feel like it's Dakin. I'm putting Dakin.
Yeah, he put Dakin. I'm just we have classic Wolverine, we have Weapon X, we have X-Force Wolverine, we have X-23, we have it's just I think we have too much Wolverines. That Old Man Logan as well, right? So
if they ever want to go down the Dark Avengers route, we already have Iron Patriot in game. We already have Scorpion and Venom technically, but we don't have like Matt Gargan Venom.
Oh shit! Guess what? Mr. King added Crystal to his cosmic next to the 2 Inhumans of Black Bolt and Medusa.
Is it Medusa Black Bolt? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what?
I'm still gonna go Scream just because I still think there's a symbiote here, just with the Venompool connection. But that's a good connection, man. Ugh, it irks me that there's not an extra spot to fit both.
Yeah, let's look at his cosmics. He's got
Gladiator and Adam Warlock have to be absolutely concrete. It's just the Medusa, Black Bolt, Venompool spot.
Yeah, which is bizarre. I see where he's going with the Inhuman connection. Yeah. At the same time, I don't think Monica's going to be science.
Oh, right.
Especially if they're going for the Marvel tie-in or the MCU tie-in. I don't see her being science.
She's I think she's kind of like Blue Marvel too. Is like he could be science or he could be cosmic, and we've had Kabam guests on the show before, and they kind of lean more towards science. So I think Monica does fit the science, especially we only have 3 cosmics, and it's really she'd have to go in that spot, and it doesn't really feel like she.
That's another. Natalie just made a very good point in the Discord chat. Valkyrie and Korg were also champions who could have fit in the cosmic spot, but Kabam chose to put them in skill.
Yeah.
So
that's Ares.
No.
I want him in the skill class.
I know you do so badly. He'd be cool.
That's why I voted Hercules, everybody.
No, God. So you're part of the problem.
Yeah, I voted Hercules originally just to get Ares, and then he became the best character in the game. I know.
Oh,
I know.
Man.
Big L.
But no, I think...
Hey, I voted Kushala next year, so it's all good.
That's fair. I wanted Kushala to move up, but I voted Zemo for a while.
Yeah. I know you've been wanting him.
Yeah.
Should we have
no Graviton spot? Makes me sad.
Sorry, what you said?
No Graviton spot.
Graviton,
makes me a little bit sad. It is what it is.
Poor Graviton.
Man never gets the love he deserves.
Yeah. Kabam love him, but not enough to add him to the game.
Yeah, no.
Oh yeah, Gorgon and stuff. I think Crystal's more likely with her not being in the underdog vote. So I think Kabam, Mike saying they may be coming. So, and especially YOLO as well, saying that maybe they could come as well. So that's super interesting. Shoot. So cosmics that fit the skill class. Man, that's tough.
Yeah. It's interesting to say the least to try and go from there.
Yeah, especially Karnak, who isn't cosmic, but DNA wise he is. Mantis as well, DNA wise is cosmic, but those are all cosmic DNA characters.
Damn. Starhawk wouldn't fit. Oh, whoa! No, they already confirmed Gladiator would be cosmic. Never mind.
Yeah, if I would have put him, I possibly would have put him in the skill class. I know what you're saying. Morgan Le Fay and Mystique. That's a good one too. She was not. Or no, she was. It wasn't she. She was in the underdog vote. So yeah, no, it can't be her. But they added Lockshot's playable. Bam YOLO mentioned him being a relic, so that could be a possibility, finally.
No, I agree that some cosmic character who's a good They're not adding Meek, so that's not going to happen. Would Gorgon fit? Like, realistically, if we were to put Gorgon there.
Who?
The Inhuman. Gorgon.
Gorgon. Okay, that's sorry. I kept hearing Korg.
Oh, no.
It's in the skill class.
Would he fit in the skill class, though? Like...
Yeah. No, I actually would say he would. But...
Oh, oops. I should have specified Inhuman.
Yeah. I don't know. All right, so looking at the underdog vote, yeah, Morgan Le Fay was in it. Dazzler was in it. It was Armor, Blue Marvel, Bullseye, Dazzler, Morgan Le Fay, Okoye, Prowler, Spider-Woman. So we can automatically knock all of those out, except for Bullseye, just because now he's a third place. He's tied for third place for the last Summoner's Choice. But that's interesting. And Beta Ray Bill, yeah, I know people are going to be sad about Beta Ray Bill, but for some reason, man, I'm surprised Kabam aren't tying him in.
Would they put him in skill?
He's a weird one. He can fit skill. He can fit. I don't think he'd fit tech.
I don't think he'd fit tech. I think he'd be either cosmic or skill.
So
I'm wondering if
Valkyrie.
He's the borderline one.
Oh, dude, that'd be cool.
XN would
freak out, yeah.
Especially because they put Korg there, that really makes me want to put it there.
I'm gonna move US Agent to the Nick Fury and spot. I like Outlaw, but it's I don't know.
I think I agree with that. Outlaw's a reach.
Yeah, it really is. Just because
I'd say the spot I'm struggling the most with is the Atuma Mole Man one and Misty Knight one.
Yeah, I just put Soul Samurai there, to be honest. So.
Yeah. That's the one, like, on the entire map, I'm just like, what the
H? All right, Beta Ray Bill. XN will be very happy, and half the community.
Well, the fact that we're getting Mystique and Beta Ray Bill is going to make the community lose their minds, dude.
And Sandman, so that's like literally top 3 most wanted, and Adam Warlock, so top 4 most wanted characters of all time.
Is that the wish list? Yeah.
Yes. So. Very cool. Sorry, I'm Mr. King. So his chat said Calling Wing or Misty and Abigail, so full shield event. Calling Wing for Misty and Abigail. Oh. I think that Tuma... That's so weird. Yeah, Silver Samurai is a weird one. I wish there was more mutant spots, because we can easily put Silver Samurai or Dakin. I mean, Dakin, man, that's hard. That is hard. Sif could be the top left skill champ.
Ooh. She...
I don't know. Yeah, maybe like they did. That's a possibility for sure. If they did Sylvie and Sif the same month, that'd be a good one.
How would they differentiate Sif from Valkyrie in terms of, like, playstyle, though?
Yeah, that's true.
That's where I'm running into the problem. It's the same reason why I've just never voted for Okoye since we got Jabari Panther. Because I just don't know how different she'd feel.
Yeah. Oh, for the Alpha member, you're thinking Aurora?
Aurora would be cool.
I feel like they do her with her brother, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Like, I don't know. Like, I think that'd be cool if they were the same. They were like Cloak and Dagger being the same one character, but one champion, but relic.
Cloak and Dagger just not having a space is making me a little bit upset.
My goodness. Shadowstar next to Domino, and yeah. So that's weird is that there was a Mojoverse spot on the last map, and then there was a X4 spot. I put Forge and X-Force, and I put Shadowstar and Mojo. Now there is no Mojo spot because obviously they put all the mutants together, and there's no Mojoverse besides just connections to the story. So that's why I'm thinking Shadowstar next to Wolverine, and I mean, yeah, I feel a type of way towards Dakin next to 3 Wolverine. It kind of makes sense, but Shadowstar, man, it's weird. It's weird. Man.
Do you think they would put they would do like more comics based Enchantress and lean into like Executioner instead of Beta Ray Bill?
No.
No?
I would say it's out of the possibilities. There is an axe in the collector's vault of rejected champions, and I always thought that was the executioner's axe.
Right.
So it's not out of my realm, but I think it'd be too basic. I think he's too basic of a skill champion, but I don't know. I feel like Kate Bishop is so cool with trick arrows, Silver Samurai with his tachyon blade, U.S. Agent, just another Captain America in the science class, or not outside the science class, and Beta Ray Bill with the other cosmic races is in the skill class. So I like it. I'm not too upset about it, but I think that's fine. It's just Sylvie. I'm still curious on if it's gonna be Sylvie or not. Because realistically, think about this: if maybe people are right, maybe Shatterstar goes next to Longshot, and then we put Dakin next to the Wolverines, and that fixes that. But then I don't think it's Lady Deathstrike and Silver Samurai. Like maybe it's not Silver Samurai at all, and it's Dakin next to the Wolverines.
I think it's Dakin next to the Wolverines.
Yeah.
Just finally.
All right, I'm gonna put Shatterstar and Mystic then. It feels weird though to do another long shot. Like
It's a long shot to put him next to long. Yeah, sorry, I had to do it. Yeah, I mean the Doom connection is throwing me a little bit off of putting Kushala there. Oh, this hood though. That's interesting.
I was just thinking Agatha with Rintra. Or Symbiote Supreme, however that works. Just maybe Evil Sorcerers next to Hood, Agatha.
Could be.
Shaman, I think, makes sense. The new Guillotine next to Mephisto and also Morningstar.
I think it's really interesting that they've intentionally put Immortal Iron Fist separate from Iron Fist.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's something there, though.
Oh, this would be so weird. What if it's White Tiger, and because she gets her amulet from Kunlun.
Kunlun.
That would be whoa.
Would they really do both the winner and the runner-up? Oh, because there's more than just 12 spots.
There's 24 spots, and we're already 4 months in. So at most there can be 24 champions.
All right, I'm making a gut call. I'm putting down White Tiger and Kushala.
Damn, that's crazy. Man, so you're not putting Agatha at all, right, Len?
No. I really think if we were going to get her, we would have gotten her by now.
Oh. Just wanted to say White Tiger, yeah. It's a good spot. It's a good spot. Yeah. Like I that bugs me too. Is like, yeah, why is Iron Fist there to not tease? Like the Rintra is a weird thing because Agatha doesn't really have connections to those 3 characters. Not even Ghost Rider. Damn.
Because I'm really thinking about it, and I'm going, why did we not get Agatha before Zemo?
Yeah,
right?
And they're delaying the show regardless. So maybe this only teases January and February of 2024. Whenever that show comes out, they can just release her then. So
see that's bugging me. Is maybe they have her and they're just not prepared to release her as part of any timeline.
Yeah, like it's kind of like Sam Wilson for Captain America.
Yeah,
that's what I think. You're right.
I really just don't think in the current setup that they've got right now that she has a spot. I think it's more likely that we're going to get White Tiger and we're going to get Kushala.
Mm-hmm.
And I think...
But you're not putting the new Guillotine right on the map, right?
I'm not. And that's really just because we don't have another symbiote spot. If we had... if there was a 4th cosmic spot and it happened to slide next to Venom or literally any of the other symbiotes, I'd be open to it. But I don't think Venom Pool is enough of a connection. I don't think Red Goblin is enough of a connection.
Because Venom's just he's in the middle of other people, so
yeah, like the only 2 symbiotes on the map that are connected are Venom and Venom the Duck.
Mm-hmm.
If we're looking at it, symbiote Spidey is next to the Mystic side of things. We're looking at Carnage, he's at the very bottom. We're looking at Red Goblin, he's near the top. Venom Pool, he's near the top. Like the only 2 symbiotes who are directly beside each other are Venom the Duck and Venom.
What's up? Hey, what's up, Ziggo? Who's Monica? That's Monica Rambeau. Spectrum or Photon. Yeah, so she's gonna be from Captain Marvel 2.
Yeah, I'm putting Kushala.
Damn, that's crazy. Ah, man, I feel bad for not doing it. But that's just her. If you guys don't know. On the top. Comics Clear next to Hood and Ghost Rider for Dark Dimension links. That would be a good one.
Didn't Mike recently tweet something out talking about how he wanted more First Nations representation?
Say that again.
Recently, Kabam Mike tweeted something out is in the replies to something about wanting more
Native.
indigenous or
Yeah.
spiritual representation.
Yeah, he did.
So Kushala is leaning there. We've already got Forge on there.
Mm-hmm.
There's not really a space I can think of for Warpath.
Yeah, I think for sure it's Forge, but Kushala is for sure one up
Yeah,
there. Damn, man.
and like I've got Wendigo in that spot beside Man Thing and Sasquatch in that. I think that's like as badly as I would maybe want Shaman. I think the theme of like possessed beings
Mm-hmm.
or like mystically altered beings, I think Wendigo fits like really well there.
Okay. I respect it. I respect it. Right from the show, she gets from the force field, but it's considered cosmic energy or mystic energy. In the comics, it's science. She gets her powers from science. In the MCU, she gets it from the hex, so mystic. But regardless, like there are characters in this game, like Fantastic Four, they get it from cosmic rays, but they're science class, so it's not like it's not origin story defines what class you're in. It's what abilities you do in game.
Yep. It's very bizarre how things line up like that.
Mm-hmm. Because then, like Black Panther wouldn't be in the skill class. You know what I mean? If we're going off origin story.
Mm-hmm. Or we'd get who's kind of, or we get, yeah, Phoenix would be cosmic, I guess.
Yeah, like
but,
all Asgardians would have to be in the cosmic class. You know what I mean? So.
yeah.
Hey man, great interview yesterday. Can't wait for what's in store for you, dude. Appreciate it. Thank you. Probably to make it harder to predict since the community has gotten better at it.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's funny. Yellow did mention that they do look at my predictions.
Oh yeah, they do.
Yeah, he said I asked them did they change it once they see it.
Oh, they're trying to bait now. There's no way. You've been so accurate. Like,
All right. Is there any reason why they didn't make it like the OG Battleground map? So Gabriel Fazera left. He actually photoshopped those maps for everyone. He's the one who did those. Him leaving, he left the Photoshop file for them, and I just assumed they weren't. I guess they just wanted to do something else.
it's kind of a shame. I missed the big map.
Yeah, like the map is this one, which is so cool. It shows Battle World, shows Galactus, the Chrono Serpent. It shows the story of the game. Like people don't realize it's the story of the game, but on a map with these Emerald characters. Now there's none of those here. It's kind of a shame. Could be Spiral instead of Shatterstar though. Yeah, that's another thing. It was like, well, no, I think the Shatterstar fit. Well, does Spiral be Mystic? Would White Tiger be early on this year to close to Gladiator? Yeah, that's true.
See, I don't know because they mentioned that tech limitations happened with Spiral as well.
Yeah, and that was more of a rigging problem with their 6 arms probably going like hitting each other and stuff like that. I think it's just a matter of space with their skeleton.
Yeah, and I know Kabam, even with buffs, unless they feel like they can do a character justice with the buff or something like that, they won't touch them.
Like
they won't touch them.
Because Fantastic Four were doing a science experiment. I hate that example. It's so dumb. No, it was just dumb luck. They got hit with cosmic rays. It had nothing to do with the like. Oh, we're going to space, and whatever happens to us happens to us. It's a science experiment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn, that means no Puck either. I mean, that's surprising. I don't think Puck at all fits on this map. Besides maybe like the Gammas, just because he's in Gamma Flight, but there's 2 spots next to Gamma people, so it's hard to say.
I'm just trying to think of like what ties could be had in that Atunwa spot. Like, there's no way it's just random.
No, I know what you mean. Tuma's a weird character. Let me look it up because he's been in quite a few teams.
I'd say Tiger Shark, but
Nah,
Tiger Shark wouldn't be a skill.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna be doing any more. Also, Summer Choice champs are from last year. Beta Rebuild now aren't they confirmed? They were never officially confirmed. Kabam just said they may be in the plans for people who are in the. There's basically only 6 characters out of all the votes who weren't in the underdog vote, and that was Beta Ray Bill, Kushala, Crystal, Hobgoblin, Morbius, and then like someone else I forgot.
Natalie, I agree. I think the War Baron, the MROC Barons would be cool, but I think not getting I think not getting Baron Shuri kind of deconfirmed that.
Yeah, I was expecting them to be NPCs regardless, so that's why.
It could be that we see them. I mean, 8.2 comes out next month or April,
Yeah.
so they could be involved story wise then.
I was just talking to Slayer, and we were like, bro, no cutscene happened in Act 7. If we're going to get a cutscene in Act 8.2, would be, perfect to introduce the Barons.
Well, okay, we've already fought Citalis,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to be fully honest. I've seen some of the rumors flying around about the 8.2 boss.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not blind to it, and
Yeah.
it's kind of what we were suspecting as well.
Yeah, I mean, I literally said Citalis, the Hulk, Punisher, and then the head of the Chrono Serpent. That's literally the order I said, and it looks like that's what it's going to be.
Oh yeah, Turkey really wants Phantom X there, Mr. Hercules. But even I agree. I think Forge is a more likely candidate, and I think Mystique is more likely there. The only one where he maybe fit in is Dakin, but I don't know if that's a better fit than Dakin.
Yeah. Also, this is interesting. It's a weird thing. They showed the new mutants team right with June's events, and Sunspot is that spot. So maybe the Wolverines are just It's a weird that they're all together, but that could be just a red herring.
Yeah.
I mean, I had already said Forge and Shatterstar, so I don't know. It just feels weird. I still feel weird. Shatterstar's in the Mystic class. Like I want to look at his abilities again and see if I'm on that.
Hmm.
But yeah, let me look at it too more real quick because you're mentioning that. All right, so affiliation: Deep Six, Swift Tide, Krang, Doctor Orcus, Tiger Shark, Red Ghost Scar.
Yeah. I think you've convinced me on Ironheart over Machine Man. As
Yeah,
bad as I would want the character, I think it just makes sense.
and then Gabriel Zera leading too. You gotta assume that some of his favorite characters aren't coming now,
Mm-hmm.
which sucks. Yeah, Fear itself. We already finished Fear itself, so I'm not looking at that event anymore.
Yeah, that deconfirms Great Gargoyle, so that's kind of upsetting, but is what it is.
Yeah,
That would have been a sick character.
yeah. I had like
That would,
I had as a kid I had the coolest poster of it was Grey Gargoyle, and he turned Spider-Man to stone, and then he used him as a gargoyle, and he was standing over, like, you know how Spider-Man has that scene where he's on top of the gargoyle.
mm,
It was one of the hardest posters I had as a kid, and it was so cool.
man, I think what the? Okay, never mind. Just interesting when you Google Ironheart, some of the things that come up.
Because it's based off of an adult film.
Yes, I had no idea
Yeah.
until I Googled it just now. Okay.
Yeah. It's so weird for some reason they decided to do
Okay.
that.
Oh man, I was not ready for that. Because I'm like, wait a second, did they did someone
don't
make like a movie poster for Ironheart and they
don't
whitewashed
Google
it?
it.
No, no. Okay, that's not what I thought it was. All right. Um, got Kate Bishop, got Beta Ray Bill. Oh yeah, I wanted to put the leader in that spot
Hmm.
between Abomination. So leader.
So you're putting a leader between Overseer and Abomination, or are you putting?
Yeah, I'm horrible. I think I'm gonna hold strong on A Bomb.
Okay.
And I think that's mainly just because I would very much like the character to be added more than I think they're going to be added.
Okay.
But at the same time, Leader's got ties to Abomination, and I think the concept of a smart Hulk who's kind of like not sure what side he's on yet, teaming up with an intelligent character would be pretty cool.
Okay.
Does
So
Leader have any ties to Invisible Woman? Because that would kind of solidify for me.
I don't know. I put Leader next to Joe Fixit and Hulk. Leader, like especially Immortal Hulk. Leader was a huge part of the Immortal Hulk.
Oh,
comics.
yeah. Don't talk me out of this now.
I mean, you realistically just put Leader there and then put your A Bomb and get rid of Monica since.
Yeah, they're pretty interchangeable in terms of that.
Yeah. So you think Kayla Master Gamer for the Atuma Mole Man spot?
What's the name?
Kayla Mole Woman. I don't think. I think it's too.
Ooh.
I don't think so, man. Like, she has 11 appearances. Like, I think it's just too obscure.
And it's also a relatively older character as well.
Yeah, I mean they brought her back recently, but I don't think it matters. Man, Mole Man is a hard character to nail down connections.
Ooh. Okay. See, I wasn't huge on it, and then I just started looking at the Atlantis tie-in,
Mm-hmm.
and wow.
But you gotta think, like, what would she come into the game with? You have to think, like, who is she gonna be paired with if she joins the game with these 24 characters? Like, I don't know, because like you have the two Clan Wolverine spots, Dakin, Silver Samurai, or Silver Samurai Lady Deathstrike. We have all three of those on the map now, and I think one of them's wrong. And so if we remove Silver Samurai from the equation, it's like I don't even know who fits there. I don't think it's Kayla.
Yeah.
I'm almost finished. I only have left for my 2024 list. I'm so happy. Hell yeah, man. Hey, what's up, JTEX? Bro's a goat. Appreciate it, dog.
Man, I'm getting tagged everywhere now. God dang it. Okay. Um. More man.
Okay.
Stagnation. Kid Kaiju. No.
All right. Do you want to hear Mr. King's list? He sent it to me.
Oh. Sorry. Hold on a second. I just thought it was Red Ghost.
Oh.
That's a tie-in to both of them.
Oh yeah, we saw him. We were talking about him the other day on the wiki or the wish list. This looks so weird.
I would also be very happy with the Red Ghost.
Really?
A man who just like straight up mentally controls apes. Are you joking?
It's like from Ben 10, where he controls insects. Okay.
I think it would be probably not some sort of cosmic science hybrid between the two. But he would fit into. I don't know if they'd make him skill though.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's interesting.
I wouldn't, to be honest. Maybe we just need to look at Misty Knight. Like maybe we're not looking in the right order.
Could we end up getting Copperhead?
Oh.
What if that's the tie-in?
Yeah. That's, but he is a part
Wait,
of.
is there still an empty spot in the Legion of Curse synergy? Or has that been taken?
That's been taken. That was Craven, right? Craven and Diablo.
Okay.
Surtur would be cosmic. Just make him Sentinel-sized. Well, he's. I think he's confirmed to stay in NPC, being in the Muspelheim arena or Muspelheim fighting stage. Yeah.
Wizard, Wrecker, Silver Samurai. Oh, I didn't know that. Living Laser, Craven, yeah. Graviton. Blast. Wait, imagine we got Batroc. That'd be great. Oh man, that'd be really funny.
Man, it's funny. I saw some on the Reddit. They were like sick kicks, and they were like, "That's synergy." Oh, that's Batroc. That's Batroc the Leaper. I'm like, okay, it's interesting. You want him?
Leap. Oh man, who else would work for that?
I'd be unironically excited for Batroc. He is dead in the MCU, so you got to think about that. Man, I'm trying to see if Misty Knight has any cool things.
Only thing I can think of is maybe Copperhead.
You don't think that's too Serpent Society kind of thing? Like save that for Cap 4?
It would be interesting. It would be interesting if they went from there, and that would be our beginning of Serpent Society.
Yeah. We need Mullica Man. I think he's just too overpowered for the game, to be honest.
Yeah, how would you balance that?
Yeah. He was great in Gwenpool's comics. Yeah, Batroc was actually good in that comic. I do agree. Man, there's not too much with Misty Knight. She really is such a Defenders type of character for New York. Um,
I don't really see it being a tie-in elsewhere though. Mercedes Knight, yeah. Affiliation relationships. Expand. FBI, ACD, Beyond Corporation, Space Friends, Daughters of the Giant, Daughters of Liberty, the crew. Under
we need a cosmic
Secret,
entity as an axe boss. Yeah.
Secret Empire. Hello.
I mean, Mala Command would be good for a boss. I agree. I'm just not a playable character. What's that? What'd you say?
I'm just trying to find all of these.
Man, that's such a weird spot. Like, I think you're correct. Like, that is a weird spot. I think the U.S. agent spot as well is a weird spot. I'm not too on that. I mean, we had the Patriot Garrison spot with Patriot probably not coming next month. It's weird to tie.
It's too far away to be Mockingbird, right? It's too far away from Hawkeye to be Mockingbird.
Oh, yeah. I don't think the MCU is going that direction either. Bobby would be cool, though.
It could be U.S. Agent.
Yeah.
I'm
not too happy on it either, realistically.
It's a hard spot. It really is.
Yeah.
Like that is probably the spot on the map I'm struggling with the most at the moment because I just literally have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
Like I immediately thought Copperhead because we already have like Luke Cage in that. We could work from there. But I am not I'm not sold on it. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, I agree. I'm so yeah, the U.S. Agent Silver Samurai spot. Silver Samurai. So it was Clan of Wolverine. There was a spot above Sabretooth in between the Emrock Baron, Shogun Logan, and Sabretooth, and then X-23 and Old Man Logan. So
to me, that's Dakin.
You're full on Dakin and Lady Deathstrike?
Yeah. Okay. I think Silver Samurai it's tough to say, but I think just solely off the fact that we had X-23, Wolverine, and Sabretooth.
Yeah.
See, that just screams out Dakin to me.
Okay.
Like I really would like Silver Samurai, and I think he really did have a place in Shogun, in the Shogun Wolverine clan, in the clan of Wolverine.
Mm-hmm.
But I really think it's Dakin.
Okay. All right. Well then, yeah, we just need to figure out this Atuma spot. Such a weird spot. All right,
it really is.
I finished this list. All right, nice, Bart. Yeah, send it to me on Twitter or however you're gonna do that. The spot next to Blade will be someone from the Blade movie. The Blade movie is like indefinitely delayed, so I don't. Like the script's not even finished. There's nothing to say that that's a character from the movie. Like at that point, when last year we knew it was gonna be October movie, and then it got indefinitely delayed so far. So at this point, I don't think Blade is on the table. Could it be Namora? She does fit the skill class. Yeah, that would be interesting. That'd be cool to do Ironheart and Namora, but I feel like that'd be a little weird just because they were both in Wakanda Forever. Black Knight is in the U.S. agent spot since Blade was connected to him in the MCU. Black Knight in the U.S. agent spot because Black Knight in the U.S. agent spot since Blade was connected to him in the MCU.
I don't know. I'm still getting thrown a little bit by the Punisher and Night Thrasher connection.
Yeah.
I thought that would be too cool.
And I don't think Black Knight. We have Guillotine. I think Guillotine already being anyone. They're all Mystic. So literally, Guillotine is very, very based off of Black Knight. The way the Mystic Sword works, the Cursed Blade. Mm-hmm. They don't have any blades, so I think for sure he'd be Mystic. And Eternals coming out soon-ish. I think eventually he'll be on that. especially since half of them died. So you really only have. We're not gonna get Makari, a speedster. Um, so I think we'll find out. All right, Frojo sent me stuff on Twitter.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he says, okay, so well, it's not alphabetical and it doesn't seem like champions have anything to do with one another. Well, I don't think that's true. They also said the battle map was much better. Maybe I'm missing something. I'll be seeing what you come up with. All right, fair enough. And then Bart tweeted me out. He said, "All right, dude, you gotta send some pictures because that." Okay.
Oh,
So
is he DMing you? Is that what's happening?
no, he's just sent it to me live on Twitter. Here, I'll put it in the Discord.
Okay, yeah, I see what he says. Okay, who's in his replies?
All right. So he put Serta, Beater Bill, U.S. Agent, the leader, the Joaquin Torres Falcon,
I see.
Scar, A Bomb, Mystique, Pyro, Mockingbird, Graviton, Superior Spider Man. Um, I'm just gonna say Madam Web,
Mm.
Dracula, Dakin, Danger, Scream, Toxin. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of those are. I don't think those can all fit the map on a specifically one, but those are all amazing characters I'd like to see.
MK just sent me
Werewolf.
something over. It's like who he think is going to be paired.
Yeah, I was gonna talk to you like that, but I was waiting for you to finish. So he did Maximus and Gorgon with Crystal, Kate Bishop with Viv Vision, U.S. Agent with Leader, Abigail Brand with Monica, Lizard and Sandman, Silk and Spear Spider-Man, White Tiger Ironheart, Guillotine Von Doom, which was the Baron Guillotine, and Shaman, Gladiator with Agatha, Adam Warlock with High Evolutionary, Lady Deathstrike with Dakin, Shatterstar with Forge. Yeah, I mean that's actually a good pairing if I'm being honest.
I don't think I disagree with any of the pairings. It's more just so how the hell are they going to get all released based on what they're sending us?
Yeah. Oh, he removed the. Oh no, he just changed the list. Okay. Yeah, Cape of Vision, I agree. Silk and Spear Spider-Man, I agree. Adam Warlock, High Evolutionary, I agree. Shatterstar and Forge, I agree. The Crystal and the Gorgon are skill. I don't think it's Maximus, to be honest. But two Inhumans, I just don't think Marvel doesn't want to push the Inhumans. No matter what, they don't want to do it. So I just don't think it is going to be an event for the Inhumans.
Ace of Hearts. I was actually looking at that as well.
Oh, Trident.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm starting to wonder: is there any water-based creatures that Mole Man has used?
I would have no idea.
I am trying to find that.
Abigail Brand with Monica. So that's what I'm curious, Mr. King, if you're still listening. I think Abigail Brand is probably gonna be mutant because of her mutant powers with her pyrokinesis. Like I think it's weird. Like we're kind of at this point where if they're mutant DNA, they usually are always in the mutant class no matter what. Like even Sauron, who doesn't even is a mutant. So I think there's just so little spots for the mutants that it's hard to put Abigail.
Monster Isle.
Well, that's originally what I had. My idea is Abigail Brand with Monica before I switched up to Kate Bishop. White Tiger and Ironheart. That'd be an interesting one. And then Baron Guillotine with Shaman. Gladiator with Agatha. That's what I was thinking. Lady Deathstrike and Dakin. That's what I was thinking as well. No hope for Cloak and Dagger. Yeah, it just seems like Kabam aren't doing them, which sucks because they bring them up a lot. A fire mutant would be weird since they had Sunfire on the pole. Then they wouldn't have had two in the same year.
I agree with that.
Yeah, but yeah, that's why I'm not thinking Pyro, but also Abigail doesn't. She's not just like She just has. She's kind of like Fire Fist, but she also has like insane like alien weaponry. So she wouldn't just be like she'd be Cable, but like on steroids with the amount of like alien tech she can bring out. It's really cool.
Yeah, I'm still so torn on that. Whoever suggested Mole Woman
Yeah.
was like bang on between the connection between Mole Man.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It's a really good one, but it's a really obscure character.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
And I would have said Red Ghost if he didn't have like science.
Dumb Dugan next to Nick Fury. That'd be funny.
Would not be mad at that. Or if we got like Phil Coulson or something. Oh,
What's up?
it could be Coulson.
Nah, it's not Coulson. Yeah, once Nick Fury got added to the game with literally the the SP3 gun and his holographic shield. Yeah, I just think there's
Yeah.
no way.
Charlie, literally every single character around that spot relates to Mystique.
Yeah, like you
There
have.
is not, there is no other spot on the map where you can say with 100% confidence every single character around them makes sense. Maybe Adam Warlock, but I don't really think so.
Mm-hmm. Like think about it, guys. Like Toad, Brotherhood, Magneto, Brotherhood, Professor X. They're the Council, Rogue, her daughter, Beast as well, the Council being blue, Nightcrawler, her son. Like it all connects. Like it really, and just because she's on this map, which this is 2024 to 2023, so it's a year out from now. So if it's not this year, it's next year. You know what I mean? Though I really don't know who she'd be paired with, to be honest. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think it's gonna be. She's gonna join this year. I really don't. I think it's just next year. As well as like they can just say, "Oh, we're doing her," but we don't have plans for at this moment who she pairs with. I mean, there's 24 champions, so they have to pair. But Deadpool's
On my map, I think I could see her coming with Bastion.
okay. Yeah, that'd be an interesting one. I like that idea because with the X-Men, the movies, how they use Mystique to be the Sentinel program.
Yep.
Phil, I know. Rest in peace.
Oh,
Both versions. I want to see that LMD somewhere in the MCU soon. If you guys watch Agents of Shield.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't sure how specific the placement was. Yeah, it's a really good spot. And like my other I only had Forge, Shatterstar, and yeah, no, it didn't. Mystique just fits there perfectly. So I think for sure next year. Yeah, I like the Ironheart connection. I like the Spirit Spider-Man connection. I like the Lady Deathstrike connection. Though I could be not so much on the Lady Deathstrike connection for sure, like you said. Viv Vision, I think, is for sure that spot. High Evolutionary, I think it's just so away from everyone. I think it just works. So, I'm a Banshee stan. Yeah, I mean, they did say a classic X-Men character, or an iconic X-Men character, so Banshee could go there.
I am starting to get sold on Triton a little.
Really? Okay.
A little bit, not a ton, but I think it would. It has like less stable connections, but if they really wanted to commit to Inhumans and start doing them again, then maybe Gorgon instead of Beta Ray Bill and Triton in that spot. But I'm still not like 100%. I'm just trying to find like any sort of reason.
All right, I'm gonna read what DLL is saying. He's just saying he loves the Inhumans. Okay. Gorgon would fit in skill. Man, people are really. Oh man. What?
I kind of just convinced myself a little bit more that we're getting Mystique.
Oh goodness, what?
I've been in like crap tons of streams between DLL, Vega, BMcG. I mean yourself as well. I've been in plenty of yours. Xander, Simula, and DLL has mentioned a couple times in past streams how there's a future character that he's working on where he's having to do quite a bit of problem solving for.
Yeah, I did hear that.
So I'm wondering if that is Mystique. And that is a massive reach, and I'm aware it's a massive reach. But at the same time,
yeah, he did.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
So he did a January champion. He's doing a March champion. And then maybe he's taking a break, or maybe he's already finished his.
He's already finished his March champion, so he's on a little bit of a break, I think he said. But he is problem solving for his third champion, which is supposed to come to the later part.
Yeah, so either June or later in the year in August, I think. Yeah,
I think it's August or past, based
yeah.
off what he was saying. Because I kind of semi-suggested the fact that he was working on Gladiator, and he shut that down. So
Not too much problem solving with that, I think.
yeah,
No, that's cool. And I don't think anyone else. The only thing I could see who's really problem solving on our list would be Sandman with those particles. Just dork lessons mentioning how it'd be annoying, and but then also Gabe saying, "Hey, we've done some stuff with it."
do you
So
remember when we had that very small frame of Mole Man or Giganto Junior to be more realistic? We
oh,
thought
and
for
dork
sure that we were
lessons.
gonna get Sandman.
Yeah, when he shared that, everyone's like,
Oh,
"That was so funny. That was so funny."
oh man, oh, it
Also,
is what it is.
um,
I, I don't think I've ever been more frustrated at a tease.
dude, I was with my brother and my dad, and we were like, "Who the hell is this character?" Because it kind of does look like Sandman, but it's like I'm not too sold on it. And man, that was
One
crazy.
other connection. Who else has been in Heroes for Hire? Let's look at
All right,
this.
I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go to the restroom.
Okay. Oh, let's try to keep up with chat. Slayer, yeah, we're talking Kushala for sure.
All right, I'm back. Sorry, my mic is off.
I just big brained the crap out of something while you were away.
Okay.
The spot between Atuma, Misty Knight, Mole Man,
Mm-hmm.
Orca.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
I didn't realize this until I started looking it up. He was on the for Hire at one point.
Really, Orca.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'll put him as a filler spot right now.
Yeah. In terms of like, yeah, and because I don't think we're gonna find much that's connecting with Misty Knight.
Yeah.
He's on there. He fits with the Tuma, and there's no real Mole Man connection, but again, that could just be like a random placement.
Yeah.
But the fact that he was on Heroes for Hire and the fact that he's Atlantean is really making me consider.
Okay. Yeah. I agree that there's some like Aegon. I don't think fits any of the people he's connected to, so it might just be a red herring spot.
Mm.
There were red herring spots before on previous maps. Beta Ray Bill would
Yeah,
be
I mean,
cosmic, not skill. Well, not necessarily. I mean, he first off is an alien cyborg who then gets a mystic hammer. So it's hard to say what class he'd fit. And he's a gladiator too, so it's hard to say.
yeah.
When I thought of Sentinel Prime instead of Deathstrike, I thought that could be a way to have that Sentinel and Mystique, but then there would not be a double space from previous map. Yeah, that's hard. Slayer was in the chat saying Kushala. Dude, I know, man. I want to put Kushala. I honestly, where I have White Tiger, I think it's White Tiger Kushala, and I might go the Kushala route, to be honest. But the Kunlun spot with next to Iron Fist has really confused me, I gotta say. And maybe they canceled the Baron Guillotine. That's another thing. Maybe they had plans for her, then Gabriel left, and he's like, all right, well, you guys aren't doing her anymore. So.
Yeah. Wild Blue, I don't think we're going to get Bullseye. At least not within the next little while.
Yeah. I mean, who knows? I mean, like, Zemo, like I say, everyone knows that Agatha realistically should have came first, like we saw in Mega Sentinel.
Yeah. Well, Wild Blue, based on that logic, Valkyrie, Korg, Mantis, and Karnak should all be cosmic, and they're not. Which means it makes sense for why Beta Ray Bill could maybe get put into a skill spot. And it may just simply come down to they're trying to keep class balance. And yeah, Thor Ragnarok. Thank you, Slayer.
Yeah, Thor Ragnarok, Yondu, like they're equally aliens in several classes.
Silver, I have both on there, and that's mainly just because I'm leaning away from High Evolutionary. But I absolutely agree that Bastion is a very strong possibility.
Hey, I share his name, so it's funny. Yeah, he's a cool character. We put him on the wish list. If you guys haven't seen that, check it out.
Which reminds me, I need to work on my Hammerhead stuff
Yeah.
at some point. Do you know, like, what is the typical timeline between when we call dibs on a character and when we should have a wish list entry for?
As soon as possible.
Oh, okay, so it's not
Yeah, there's no timeline.
fair.
Yeah, the White Tiger's bugging me, man. I gotta say.
Yeah, if they had another like one or two cosmic spots, I would be 100% with you on High Evolutionary, and I would be 100% with you on Latvian Guillotine.
Mm-hmm.
But because cosmic is so limited in the spots that they got, I really, really, really don't think we're gonna get Latvian Guillotine, and I'm seriously questioning whether or not we're getting High Evolutionary.
That's crazy. So then, who do you even think they're pairing with Adam Warlock? Then that's what I gotta ask. Because it's one thing to not say High Evolution is coming, but then you gotta have a replacement for his spot.
I think, if I'm just looking at everything I've got here, I'm trying to think who he'd come with. If Warlock is coming, could it be Bill?
Yeah, the only thing I could see is Beta Ray Bill or Gladiator coming with Adam Warlock, but I think it's too early for Gladiator, of course, because it's gonna be May.
It could be Bill, and that's kind of where my head is leaning right now. It's a stretch, but
yeah, he actually, the image they showed, by the way, if you guys remember, let me find it. It's in my downloads somewhere. Come on, where are you? Excuse me. All right, what was it? Beta Ray Bill was indeed on it. Yeah, he was in the top right, next to Nova and Philavel. So there's a possibility for sure.
Yeah, I think I'll stick with that.
Do
I think Hydra Man can come at some point?
Yeah, possibly. They teased them when Kraven came, so when Far From Home, even though that was a Mysterio projection. Possibility for sure. Just not in my. I think Lizard. If you guys don't know, Scorpion came to the game last year.
Yeah.
But Lizard almost came instead of Scorpion. So Sandman as well. Kabam talked about with Gabriel coming on the podcast, and a few years ago, Dork saying the game engine can't handle him, and then Gabriel's there saying they worked on it, and then Silk is another female Spider-Man would get some diversity. I think High Evolutionary will still be too niche of a character and obscure even after the movie. I disagree. I think he'd be great for the game and great for someone who's... They already showed in MCOC. Actually, in fact, not only did they show him in the family tree of Wanda, Maximoff, and Pietro, they Quicksilver's crystals are called Wonder Gore, and obviously High Evolutionary is part of that Wonder Gore storyline. So
Yes, they are. Just think. What spots do I still have open?
yeah.
I've still got. Realistically, I've only just got the one between Nick Fury, Blade, and that I still have open. The rest of it, Monica Rambeau's in one, and Gladiators.
So okay, we talked about we talked about this. So you said you got 4 African American characters. What if it's just Patriot? That would fit the Patriot Garrison spot.
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
I think I like that a little bit better than U.S. Agent.
Yeah,
and it would
I
fit
agree.
the Young Avengers trend that we're on.
Yeah, exactly. And he's what character I've wanted for so long. He's been on my predictions for a long time.
Yeah, I know they baited you.
I know, man. It's
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I think he deserves to be in the game. I think. When was the last time we got a Captain? Okay, we got Captain America last year, but it was
yeah,
Sam Wilson.
yeah.
I think it would fit, like you said, the African American angle, and it would also just be, I think, a better fit than USA, just based on what they're talking about here. And with like the trend with the Young Avengers is big.
Yeah, and they can always do a U.S. Agent when Thunderbolts comes out, Cap 4. I think more Thunderbolts than anything, just because we have literally almost all those characters in the game.
Yeah, I agree with it. I agree.
I miss the old format. I know, Slayer. Me too. Me too.
The old format means that Jay and I agreed more than we do right now.
Dude, we looked at this map so much, and we were so spot on. So spot on. Yeah. The only weird thing, guys, is from our previous map, is Pirate Pool just doesn't seem to fit this map at all. Like that low smurks for gold with next to Gwenpool and Deadpool and Venompool and Massacre and Hitmonkey just doesn't seem to be on this map. I'm gonna look at let me look at the MRock map again, because the reason why it was so on Lady Deathstrike and so were Samurai is because they had Madripoor on the Clan of Wolverine. They had Madripoor and then they had Yoshida Castle. Now, you did say Wendigo, and they did have Wendigo Forest on Clan of Wolverine, so that's not out of the picture at all.
I'm wondering if they're leaning away from MRock. I think maybe with Gabe there, they were leaning into it a little bit, and now without him, I think they're leaning away from him.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate, but...
Yeah. So, Los Mercs for Gold was Deadpool's Corpse, Hell House, Chimichangri-La, Hitmonkey Sanctuary, Domino's Casino, Cable's Resort, and then Zombie Pool. So... I don't know if there's any connections you can make there for Los Mercs for Gold and this map.
Yeah. I'm more so just concerned with the fact that Monica doesn't have a set spot that I'd like her in. Unless, just Gladiator... actually, you know what? No. I'm putting her next to Captain Marvel, and I think I'm going to put Gladiator in the middle of all those cosmics.
And
the only reason why I'm doing that is I'm trying to remember... I'm trying to think maybe there's a connection to the Inhumans in terms of like the Shi'ar Inhuman.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about that Adam Warlock spot. Yeah.
No. The Adam Warlock spot, that's Adam Warlock.
Yeah.
No, I think Gladiator. I don't know. It's tough to say. I mean, you've got 2 Asgardians there. You've got 2 Inhumans there. You've got Vision Arcus. You've got Venompool.
Yeah, no, I actually. Weird. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Is like, it's very much cosmic, different races.
That's what's making me lean Gladiator.
It's also what I was thinking Scream, though. Just, with Symbiote Spider-Man, at least is there. You know what I mean? It's weird that he's there. I don't know if you noticed that.
It is weird.
So, yeah. I'm going to stick where I'm at. I'm going to have Monica by Invisible Woman. I'm going to see if there's a connection. You did mention that, so let me find it out. I know there is a connection to A-Bomb. I know that. But let me find it out.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Just with... Here, I'll look it up. Let me make sure. Scream would still be Mystic instead if they use Andy instead of her original host. I was just thinking original host. I wasn't thinking Mystic, to be honest.
All right.
Mystic Symbiote. We already have Symbiote Supreme, so I just don't think it'd work. And Symbiote Spider-Man, even though he's not... Or Spider-Man Supreme isn't confirmed to have the symbiote. In the comics he did, but in the game it's not really said. So.
I think the furthest reach on my map is A-Bomb. I have to say.
Because obviously being an original character, you can say maybe something with the Maestro, but the only
Mm,
this would be weird. Okay, think about this. Monica obviously was in the MCOC comics, and if you count Overseer as the Maestro, that could be a connection there.
mm,
But beyond that, it's a little of a stretch.
yeah. I think I feel safe keeping Monica Rambeau as a cosmic. I'd say, yeah, it's just interesting.
Hmm.
If I, yeah, like I said, the biggest stretch I think is having A Bomb, but that's also a character so
Hmm.
like he's up there for me. Graviton, ever since Absorbing Man came, Graviton moved to number one, but A Bomb is like top 10 probably for me. If I were to sit down and really make a list, yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't feel anything towards it. So
that's fair.
yeah.
I just think it'd be an interesting way to do like another Gamma creature without making it Bruce.
Hmm.
Now, for a while, I was thinking like Devil Hulk, or now they're doing a current run, the Starship Hulk run. They had
I thought that
Titan in there.
didn't that end. Thankfully, that was terrible. I don't know if you read
Ugh,
that. It was garbage.
I have not read it, thankfully, but I've been keeping track of some of it.
Yeah, it's just I don't know why they did that.
Yeah, I think there's some things that we agree on for sure. Like I think our skill class is the same. Our science class is pretty much the same, aside from Monica.
Hmm.
Mystic, we go separate ways on some stuff. Cosmic, it's consistent. Tech is relatively consistent. I think it's interesting that you're still holding on to Superior Spider.
Yeah. So, yeah,
I'm just curious about your thinking there.
you know, me choosing me choosing Sandman Lizard, Silk makes sense, but Superior Spider-Man, you have he had the remember he had his own Sinister Six, like that was part of his comics, is he had his own Sinister Six,
Mm,
and that's a middle spot. It looks like he's a leader of the Sinister Six, and I think that works well because Doc Ock himself has been a leader of the Sinister Six. So I think it works well, and they showed him in for the April comic. He was in one of the comics that they showed. The body snatcher synergy with Zemo, even though it doesn't make a mystery synergy with Doc Ock, but those are the original people who stole the bodies, like Apocalypse. So I kind of agree with Mr. King there.
mm. It's not like I can't see the argument for it. It's just there's just a few more like classic Sinister Six aside from Sandman and Lizard that I
Yeah,
could see it there. Actually, how many Sinister Six spots did we have once we moved the spot over?
3 from last
We had
time.
three:
Yeah,
Sandman, Lizard, and
Superior Spidey is what I put.
okay. So you had Superior Spidey separate from Spider Guild, or like Spider
Verse, yeah.
the other Spider-Man. Yeah, okay.
I was thinking Silk goes in Spider Verse, and then Spider Man Supreme goes in Temple of Ashanti.
I don't know. It's just something feels very off to me about putting Superior Spidey in with the Sinister Six. And like, yeah, he did have his own Sinister Six.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I think we really do, like, yeah, I know you said Shocker, right? That's who your pick is.
It was between Shocker and Hobgoblin. I mean,
Mhm.
Hobgoblin not being put in the underdog vote
Yep.
this year made me think.
And he has been mentioned like several times in the dialogue.
Yeah.
Though they were just for fun. They weren't actual teases from what I heard when I
In all
asked about
fairness,
it.
yeah. In all fairness, though, we do have Green Goblin and Red Goblin. I don't think we need it,
Yeah. Green Goblin,
especially when
Red
Green Goblin is
Goblin,
just
Norman
so
Osborn, and Iron Patriot.
yeah. For a while, I thought about Prowler in that African American spot.
But he was in the underdog vote, so he lost.
Yep.
So yeah, he'd be
I
cool though.
considered it. And I couldn't remember if they confirmed that Tech would be the class that they would do back when they first talked about him.
They just talked about gadgets, from what I remember correctly. So Night
they did.
Thrasher does is kind of the same way though. He's got his gadgets, his skateboard, that
Exactly, right?
yeah, his
Like,
tech suit. So
it made me think is all, but I feel like Patriots are fairly safe. But there's a lot of them that are like 50-50s for me.
yeah,
Like I said, like that Patriot Prowler, I could 50-50. Superior Spidey, like I don't agree with it necessarily, but I would be okay with like 50-50ing it with like Shocker or something.
mm-hmm.
Or even if they wanted to put Superior Spidey in Science and 50-50, it was okay with.
Yeah. I just think it'd be tagged with the how Doc Ock works. I think really
Yeah.
that's what makes me think is like High Evolutionary makes sense with the tech. I think he might be.
It's really just the number of slots that are throwing me off.
Yeah.
Like, if anything else, that's the only reason why I'm questioning High Evolutionary. It's because Bastion could fit there, Deathstrike could fit where you've got her. Viv Vision is pretty, yeah. Viv Vision, Kate Bishop are pretty solid in where they are.
Mm-hmm.
You convinced me on Ironheart over Machine Man. Like,
Yeah.
we talked each other into Mystique.
Yeah.
Like,
That was funny. Excuse me. Adding Glider opens up some interesting futures. I hate to say it does and it doesn't because we have no Greek characters in the game since Hercules came. So it's same thing with Quicksilver. We don't really have more of his team or his daughter or his or Crystal. So we haven't gotten any characters that have to do with those characters. You know what I mean? So it's like
yeah.
I don't expect any Shi'ar to come anytime soon.
I will say, I am kind of upset that they just, like, dumped the Inhumans. It's like, yeah, we've got Black Bolt. Yeah, we'll add a couple back in, like, 2017, and then we're never going to touch them again.
Yeah, that's just thanks to Marvel. It's not even in contest. In fact,
I know it's a lot of big just issues there.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, man.
Yeah, Gabe was literally like, bro, they've done nothing good with the Inhumans. I'm doing it in this game, and they did it so well, then nothing, so it sucks.
We 10 fight war, and we still lost.
Rip.
It is what it is.
Yeah, man, I'm pretty happy where we have things. The Dakin spot, I'm still a little, we have that new mutant sunspot right there, so it's a little, and then the Shatterstar spot I still feel weird on. Like where I have Dakin, I could put Shatterstar. You know what I mean? But
I really think that they're trying, or they're looking into doing a I just talked myself out of something else. That's great. What if they really tried to commit to a Dark Avengers thing? They've had Iron Patriot for years. They've got Scorpion. They could add Dakin. They could add Ares. And then what if they put Moonstone in the Captain Marvel spot and they treat Norman Osborn as Red Goblin? Like, why am I talking myself into this?
Nah, I don't think so. There's so many limited cosmics.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
But it just
that's an interesting thought, though. No, I agree.
Yeah. Like, why do I just think of these random things? But no, like, if they wanted to go down the Dark Avengers way of thinking, that's a potential. The fact they talked about Bullseye in Summoner's Choice, that right there, like,
man, this Shatter, the Mojo spot, it has to be Shatterstar or Spiral. And I'm the Dake. Like, I don't know where I don't think he's Mystic though. I really don't.
I agree with that. I don't think he's Mystic either.
Yeah, I'm gonna remove Dakin and put Shatterstar. I got a feeling. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I mean, I wouldn't exactly be unhappy if we didn't get Dakin, but I also think they have the potential to do a Wolverine with 2023 tech.
Yeah, that would be sweet.
And they don't have to lock it behind a trophy.
Think Blue,
Weapon X.
I think Blue Marvel can fit. He was in the underdog vote, so obviously he can't join anytime soon. So
I know DLL is a big fan of Blue Marvel as well.
Yeah, me too.
So it's just the spots that they chose. Like, they put Rhino, Electro, Scorpion next to each other. They've got a bunch of spiders next to each other. They got a lot of Hulks next to each other.
Yeah, the only questionable spot is the Invisible Woman and A-Bomb spot. That's the really
which
the science
got Monica in there, and I've got Leader in there.
Yeah.
But
there's some spots where it's weird. It could be a red herring, and I think the Orca spot is a red herring, to be honest. But I don't have a better option. You know what I mean? So
it could be, but I think out of everything that we just kind of cycled through, trying to figure out a good option for that spot, I think Orca is the best fit.
Okay.
And that's really just due to the fact that there was a period of time that he was on Heroes for Hire, which explains the Misty Knight, and then Atuma, Atlantean, blah 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 blah.
Okay. All right. Then I'm gonna put Kushala next to Loki. I'm gonna put White Tiger back with Iron Fist.
Okay. I think it's just interesting that if we weren't sticking with the symbiote Ledvirian guillotine, I think we'd be pretty much banned. To each other. I think that's the only disconnect that we're having.
Yeah,
Is
and
we're
that's
pretty
just
set up.
them having that symbiote spot on the previous map, and then having the guillotine in Linguria.
Yeah.
If they didn't have that last year, I would agree with you, but
Mm.
I think those spots, unless they cancel those with Gabriel leaving, but um, they plan 8 months in advance, so I assume they've already talked that with him and gotten that story out. And him confronting
Yeah.
Latverian isn't coming, then it's got to
We have
be.
yet to get a Kabam original since Gabe left, right?
Yeah, him he left with Gallon,
Yeah. Okay.
so
It's so tough. It
mm-hmm,
is what it is. I think I'm pretty happy with my list, and I know you're fairly happy with yours.
mm-hmm.
So there's obviously just stuff that we're not going to agree on. I think it's also interesting to note that the profile icon that they used for Spot is not the one that's currently in game.
Yeah, that's his the deep dive picture thing. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
There's another one I noticed that was like that too. Where is it?
I know MODOK is like super zoomed in.
Yeah, Zemo's is weird as well.
Yeah, Zemo.
Airwalkers is a little bit weird. Who else is kind of off from what I? I think Future Ant-Man is, but I'm not entirely sure. I'm just not familiar.
I have it on my computer. Nah, his is fine.
Something about the lighting is throwing me.
Cassie's is different. That's who it was.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. I was gonna say there's a few others, but yeah, Mojo's super zoomed in as well.
All right.
Okay.
Someone says Jabari looks weird. Yeah, she does
She
look.
does.
She's
She
looking
does.
straight on. AJ, hope you're well. Who's leader? Leader. He's the gamma mutate with the big head, and he's super smart. He's not as strong as every other gamma mutate, but he's super. His gamma went to his brain, and he was the one who, in the Incredible Hulk movie, where the blood dripped into his head and he started growing a big head, and he's rumored to be in Captain America 4. So.
Well, they literally walked out the same actor.
Oh, then yes, he is. Then he is coming in Captain America 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Thanos, they used the wrong profile pic for him. They used the Infinity Saga one. Marvel's The Dark Avengers is coming. Nice. Okay, so definitely can lay the seeds for it for sure.
Oh man, dude.
Just add Willem Dafoe, no suit, SP1. I'm something of a scientist myself. I brought fruitcake. The itsy bitty spider went up the water spout. Oh. Man, they should add dialogue to Green Goblin. That'd work. Add more. Like, have you guys seen Hercules' stuff and so many other characters? Like, Azori Man has that Gamma Flight reference where he's talking about War Machine. I love it.
There's other. See, there's weird. Like, I wish there was a way to kind of track the dialogue a little bit better than there already is, or like consistently trigger it. Like, you've got the Juggernaut one with Prof X.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Hulkling and I do talk to each other. I'm pretty sure I've seen that too. And I triggered some dialogue the other day between Absorbing Man and Superior. It might be the same one that you were talking about like the Gamma Flight reference, and I just didn't pick up on it. But
Yeah, it was against Gamma Flight #1 where Absorbing Man found a bunch of tech and absorbed it, and he's like, "I'm a war machine." And I sent that to DLL. He was like, "Oh, you just made my day. You figured that one out." I put it on the MCOC fandom if you guys haven't seen it.
all right, I think I'm downloading this. I feel pretty.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that as well.
Cool. I made my third out of daily. Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this.
I am too. All right. This has been good.
Yeah.
I've been all over the place with some of my guesses, and I know that.
Nah,
But here we go.
Let me make sure I don't leak anything.
I don't know what happened there.
All right, you back?
Yeah, I hit something. I don't know what happened there.
Oh. Yeah, I think it might just be White Tiger or Kushala, but I'm not sure on how to throw that in because it's either the White Tiger's connection to Ghost Rider, or sorry, the White Tiger's connection to Iron Fist, or the Kushal's reference to Ghost Rider. It's so weird.
Yeah, it's really just the only difference is I've got them both on my map because I'm not set on the Latvian
I
guillotine.
know, man, but why? Like,
Okay, sorry, hold on a second. Kabam YOLO just saw my tweet from this morning and replied to it,
oh,
and here we go.
okay.
He's got that Batman gif where he's like scratching his chin. So I'm wondering how accurate my pool predictions might actually be.
Oh, for the 7-star. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is not related to
I was so
the
confused for a second.
predictions. No, but this is. Oh,
Dude, do you think they'll do Harpy instead of A-Bomb next to Immortal Hulk? Put Betty Ross in the game in some form? Not personally, but that'd be interesting.
I'd be with you if they had made it so that Red Hulk was more up,
Yeah.
right? Like if he was actually attached to the empty slot, I would probably think about it.
And she is Red She-Hulk, so, not connecting to She-Hulk either is a miss
Yeah,
on that one.
that's also something that's throwing me a little bit. Is that She-Hulk is like between Red Guardian and Hulk. Like she's not even close. She's not. She like the only Hulk that she's close to is Overseer.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, Doc. Some of these connections don't make sense.
Yeah,
The Purgatory doesn't make sense. Like
I'm sticking with like the cursed beings.
yeah,
I,
it
I'm
easily
sticking
could.
with
I mean,
that.
they had the Wendigo Forest and Emrock, so I'm not on that for sure. And I was just thinking Shaman could work as well for Canadian Indigenous.
Mm.
Canadian. Is it possibly the one between Black Ball? It could be Crystal. Yeah, it just sucks because there's 3 cosmics, and if there was an extra cosmic, I'd put her there. But them saying they're doing a symbiote on the blast map, them saying they're doing a Ledvirian or a Langurian character, it's just how the dice are rolling on my end. It's interesting. And delays too, like they could just delay. They just could delay some characters. Like Patriot could just be delayed and stuff. So they can always manipulate this map whenever they want.
So I'm guessing you've seen like the rumors flying around about next month's champs. I'm not entirely sure.
The only thing I saw was that Boo made a post about my predictions. That's all I've seen.
Okay, there's been something else aside from that that's been coming around a few line chats and stuff. I have no idea if it's accurate or not.
Is there a picture or what?
Uh, I gotta dig through to find it actually.
Yeah, because all I heard is some person claiming that they know next month's champs, not providing any proof, and that happened the same day Boo posted his picture. So it was hard to say if it was an actual leak or not.
If my line will open, that would be very nice.
Kushala fits better between Ghost Rider, Mephisto, and Spider Supreme. I feel, but like,
I agree.
like where am I supposed to put Langurian Guillotine? Like, it's just like, where do I put her on this map? It's so weird because, like,
For you, I don't want them to have dropped that storyline, but
yeah.
I also I have a gut feeling.
I'm only putting her there next to Mephisto because Mephisto Morningstar, Morningstar is there as well. Doom's there, so the Doom, like, that's why I'm saying, like, it's a good spot to put her there because you have Baron Guillotine who has Doom's mask in Emrock. Like, that's the biggest connection I'm putting her there. So, but yeah, Kushala would probably fit where I have White Tiger. It's just that Iron Fist spot is confusing me. Maybe I should just get rid of White Tiger and put Kushala, honestly.
All right.
So hard.
I'm gonna send you something real quick.
Sweet.
And then this is what I've seen kind of floating around, and I have no idea if it is edited or not. Where are you in my chats list?
If there's any ideas why it's 24, if December month is a one champ, yeah, they.
Do you prefer only Discord or Twitter?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Okay, I'll send it over Twitter then because I have it open. Pictures. So this is what I've seen flying around over the last couple days.
Okay, let's see what people are spreading around the internet. Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Oh, okay. Well, oops.
Yeah. So all Boo did was he made this post because he's excited for my predictions for next month. That's M-Rock's model of Viv Vision. He just colored to those colors, and that's Jessica Jones to look like Kate Bishop. But it's just for fun.
I had a feeling, but that's also been floating around, and people are thinking it's official.
Yeah, I know, man. I was gonna say, like, CCP, I was like, I did not leak this, please. Like, this is just Boo doing this for fun, and everyone believes it's true. It's just so, like, oh my goodness, such a weird feeling. I don't think Agatha is coming this year. You know what? I'm gonna put just Agatha next to Dr. Voodoo. I'm just gonna commit to it. That's my final. That's my final thing. Is this a new style of State of Battle Realm map? Yes, it is. This is a new State of the Battle Realm map. I hope they don't go this route next year, but it is what it is. But I'm saving it. This is my official 2023 to 2024 predictions. Some spots I think fit. Others I'm curious on.
All right. Are you going to drop your predictions as like a reply, or are you going to just tweet it out separately?
Reply to what? Oh, to their thing?
Yeah.
No,
or like a quote tweet or something?
What do you think would be better? Probably my own post, and then I can post on Reddit and forums.
Yeah, I'm not going to bother with Reddit. I'm going to be real there.
Okay.
Oh boy, when the community is starting to say Herc is an underrated champ on there, I'm gonna lose my mind a little bit.
Yeah.
There was literally a Herc appreciation post the other day, and I couldn't believe it. It's like, you gotta be joking. And then some guy in the comments is talking about how Herc is helping him learn how to be better at the game. I'm like, no, that is not true.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So, with more studios, Coven Chaos was set for winter of 2023, but the past rumors suggest it'll be delayed to 2025, which is insane.
Oh, God.
For some, they're in production right now, so that just, it's a thing too. Is like they probably want to do Agatha, and the reason why Zemo came first is because they're waiting for her show. If that keeps getting delayed, that's why.
I think Kabam is going to hit a point where they're just going to say, okay, screw this, we're just going to post it.
Yeah.
Or we're just going to make the character go live. But I also... I really want Enchantress, though. I really want Sylvie.
Yeah.
Super good.
She would be cool. And, like, we have a weird Loki. Like, he doesn't really feel like Loki. He just feels like a bare bones Loki, so...
Dear God. Please buff the boy.
Yeah. He got a statue, man. Like, come on, you guys have to. MCOC statue. All right, they'll see back at the first show. Yep. I hope Mystique and Lady Deathstrike are coming. I do as well. I really think it's Lady Deathstrike. I had Silver Samurai, but yeah, that is weird. I had Lady Deathstrike and I removed Dakin, so now it's weird because I'm missing a spot from that. That's why I still think Silver Samurai next to Atuma, but it's a weird connection.
I'm trying to think of like who will come with who on my end.
Yeah, I'm gonna put Silver Samurai back with Orca. I think it's a red herring. I keep going back and forth, but I just like I don't feel like it's him. I watch it just be Dave. I feel like Dakin is so obvious, and it totally could be him, but I just don't know.
I'm trying to think of my pairings now. I'm just gonna list them out. I think.
Yeah, I people are gonna want that for the forums when they ask me, how do you see these two coming together? And Beta Red Bill will be an interesting one on how we're gonna connect.
Well, I think we're going. I'm leaning Warlock, so
yeah, that's
Warlock,
true.
So that's a little bit easier for me than it is for you, maybe. Yeah. But at the same time, it's like it's not easy.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Okay. I think I'm with MK there, and Kate Bishop is coming with Viv Vision. But let's see here. Where's the JXDM?
Do you think we'll get a Lash or Radioactive Man? No, I think Lash is once again not doing the Inhumans and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. not being canon. Radioactive Man. It'd be interesting. And Mutant Phantom X. Man, Phantom X is a weird mutant, by the way. But also, Kabam wanted to do Phantom X when Iceman came. They replaced him with Iceman because of licensing issues for some reason. So, who knows? Maybe Hope Summers. I like Hope, and but I don't know if she. We don't even have Jean Grey as just specifically Jean Grey as Marvel Girl being a full telekinetic. You know what I mean? So like, I just not thinking it, to be honest. But at the very least, where we have Mystique, if at most it's not Mystique, it's just a council member. Like we have to agree there. I think so.
Now, here's my question, because I have technically 4 Spider-Verse stuff. Do you think Silk would pair better with? So I'm pretty set on Silk coming in May.
Mm-hmm.
So
Or
do you think
April.
Sandman, or is it April or
Yeah,
May?
it's April.
Is it April? Okay.
Yeah. Before I had Sandman and Lizard, and they talked about the Civil War type of thing with unpopular. I mean, yeah, it could be Silk and Superior Spider-Man. That's why it's weird. Or it could be Silk and Sandman, or it could be Lizard and Superior Spider-Man. I don't know, but we'll see. I'm not too confident on it, on the pairings for this.
Do I think Wendigo is going to come to the... who do I want to put where? That's the question. I'm just trying to think about, like, do I want to do Dakin and Wendigo?
Nah, I think Dakin comes with the other Clan of Wolverine spot.
You think he's going to come with Deathstrike?
Yeah, absolutely. For you, at least. I mean, mine's
But who would Forge come with then?
Shatterstar. I mean, that's
I'm
who
not
I
set
have.
on.
That's why.
Yeah, I'm not set on Shatterstar. That's the thing.
Yeah. All right. Key Bishop of Vision, Silk and Spirit Spider-Man, Animal Like Evolutionary, Shatterstar with Forge. I don't have Crystal and Gorgon, so I'm removing those. U.S. Agent with Leader. That would be good for Cap 4, but I'm going to go Patriot and Leader. Have we go Bran and Monica? That's what he went. I'm going to go... Who is Monica, though? That's a weird one.
I'm going to go Dakin and Wendigo. Just because, even though it's like really weird, if they decide to go like the Wolverine
Clan of Wolverine
route,
yeah, that'd be fine. So I'm going Baron Guillotine with.
But would Bastion go better with Mystique, or would Deathstrike go better with Mystique?
I think Bastion with Mystique.
Okay, so that would mean Deathstrike and Forge, who's
Right.
weird, but at the same time, it's not awful.
White Tiger and Ironheart is what he put. Who do I put with Ironheart? That is weird. Yeah, I didn't even.
Patriot with Ironheart.
Damn. Then who do I put with? Okay, Patriot with Ironheart. So then that's
my guess.
Who do I put the leader with then? That's the weird one.
So yeah, you and I are working with 2 very different instances here. So.
Did you send me your post? Do you edit these on top of them like the same I have them?
Oh, I do it with images rather than the words.
Yeah, I think I might switch to that. But I don't want. I hate when people ask me, because I can't put the images and the text, and it's confusing.
I may just like list out my guesses in order from like left to right or something like that, or I'll find something.
Yeah. All right. Who do I want to go with? Monica. Maybe I don't want to do 2 science in the same month. I just feel like that's such a waste. Because Shatterstar and Forge, Gladiator and Agatha, Scream and Baron Guillotine, Adam Warlock, High Evolutionary, Kushala. Who does Kushala go with? Scourge and Enchantress.
Could they do Kushala and Forge? Maybe.
That'd be a cool little.
I'm actually leaning that. I'm gonna lead that actually. Forge and Kushala.
But then, you got to think Mystique is the iconic X-Men then for June then, because I think it's either Forge or Mystique for the iconic X-Men line.
Yeah, it's more like I'm just trying to figure out my pairings rather than like where they fit in the month, and then from there we can go from that.
Yeah.
Forge and Kushala, which would mean that I need to find someone that goes with White Tiger. Who's the other outlier for White Tiger? Is it Enchantress?
I don't know. I removed those from my list.
So the weird ones that just like have 0 ties are like Orca, White Tiger, and Enchantress right now. The rest of them, I think I can realistically make an argument have ties to people.
And some that are going to be like who didn't fit the last map are probably next year, so they don't have a plan for it and who they're pairing to.
Yeah. So who can I actually like just straight up pair right now? Mystique and Bastion, I think is what I said originally. Dakin, Wendigo, Forge, and Kushala. So who comes with Deathstrike then?
I said Samurai, but you should do Dakin. I guess you're doing Wendigo, so it doesn't make sense.
Yeah. I could do Orca there. It's not a massive distance. It's also not perfect. Bev and Kate safe. Sandman Lizard safe. Patriot Ironheart. Oh yeah, I saw Silk. Silk Shocker.
Gosh, my chat is weird.
Silk and Shocker. Part of Patriot, right? Yeah, Kate Bishop's got Beta. Okay, so Orca. So what am I left with? I'm left with Orca, Monica, Gladiator, Deathstrike, White Tiger. Imagine they put White Tiger and Gladiator in the same month.
No. Well, she can. She's got to be next year. So
Yeah.
she can't. Which is why I'm not going to put her on my list, because I think it's just, for them only to do January and February of next year, I think it's too early for Kushala. Especially if, like, let's say Gladiator is fall of next year or even holiday of next year. I think it's too early for White Tiger to join.
Think Monica could come with Gladiator?
Yeah, I think that's a possibility for sure, actually.
Okay, so we'll do that. So that leaves Deathstrike, White Tiger, Enchantress, and Orca.
When you put Mystique with who?
Bastion.
Ah, yeah, that's right. Yeah, them showing the New Mutants photo and Shatterstar being a New Mutants member and them saying iconic is what curiosity.
If I put Shatterstar, does that fix my problem?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know, because I'm still left with. I don't know. That Atuma spot is just so weird.
Yeah, I'm just saying Silver Samurai. It is what it is. I just don't think he fits anywhere else. So, but I don't like it. What if Kabam breaks the rule of Summoner's Choice this year, considering how slim the voting was? If they would have confirmed she'd be coming anyways. I feel like
Ooh, sorry. White Tiger?
yeah, right.
Yeah.
If she was coming this year, why not just say she's coming this year? Like, oh, and we're changing things up. White Tiger's joining anyways. But I think that just takes away from the whole voting for the winner if the second runner ups joins the same year. So I think it's just too early for White Tiger. I like the idea, but I just think they're not going to do it.
Yeah, and I think that kind of leans into I'm not too sure about Sylvie either. So
yeah, that's why I removed her.
I'm gonna put Orca and Deathstrike with each other because Kabam is because that maybe would lean into like it's like Namor or yeah, some weird mutant Atlantis connection there they could work with there.
Glider should be expected when? I think they said fall around there.
I would say September.
Yeah, they said fall.
Okay, so because Herc got voted, came in July. Quicksilver got voted, came in August. I'm expecting it September.
Yeah, I definitely fall time around. Who do you think he's most likely with? So, Gladiator and Beta Ray Bill would be cool that they were on the same team.
I'm leaning Warlock and Beta Ray.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that though. I'm doing High Evolution. I'm gonna do Beta Ray Bill and Gladiator.
I'm trying to
because they were part of the same team.
Yeah, I'm trying to find my damn list of what month is coming with what. So you've got it on your Twitter, right? Like your monthly predictions based off that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can put it in the chat real quick. And yeah, we'll probably end the stream soon, but we want to be concrete on our stuff.
Okay. Yeah, April side of okay, so it's June. That's the.
They showed the New Mutants pick, and they said an iconic X-Men's joining.
Okay. So May Warlock, June from there, and then we don't know. Okay.
But you can kind of assume, like, I mean, you're not doing the symbiote month, but I think the symbiote month, like Venom and Guillotine, how they originally came in
Oh
2015.
well, I said that without finishing. Oh well. Press do Shift Enter, and then this has to be above that. Because they only talked about one of the champions that was coming, right? They
Yep.
just said it was like the iconic X-Men and then showed the photo. Yeah,
Mm.
I think that's Forge and then Kushala could be. Oh yeah, Bastion was literally just added earlier this month. Funny.
Yeah, I wrote that.
Yep.
I really hope you're wrong about the Spidey in the tech class, though. It really only, like, I mean, I guess so.
The biggest reaches I think I've got are the last two entries.
White Tiger and Changes and Orc and Death Strike, yeah.
Yeah, those are the only ones that are like semi reaches, but at the same time, like we got nothing else to really go off of.
Yeah.
I feel like everything else is relatively safe.
Man, I hate putting two of the same classes in the
Unless
same month.
I could do Orca and Wendigo maybe, but that's also just a massive stretch, and they just got
Yeah.
left two monsters, whatever.
Oh, Leader, I still haven't found out who I go with Leader.
Who have you already used? Let me just hop on your stream real quick. Leader could come with Patriot, maybe.
That's what I was thinking, but then, like, where do I put Ironheart then?
Oh yeah, that's right. You got rid of that. Ironheart's going with that.
Maybe she tags on with Monica. That's the only thing I could see.
That's possible.
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it.
I don't know. It's really. I don't think Agatha is coming, and that's what's. Actually,
Yeah.
what the heck? Why do I not have that? Okay.
Friend request, that's funny.
Yeah, I didn't realize that.
It
That's
happens a lot, so it's funny. Alright.
Sure.
Patriot with Leader, Lizard and Sandman. So, get rid of that. Baron Geese team with Scream. Shaman with Agatha. Lady Death Strikes with Samurai. Forge and Kushala. But I don't know if I want to like that either. I'm going to stick with Kushala and Mystique. That doesn't make sense. Damn. Okay, I need to think about this. I need to think about this. It's weird because there's 3 mutants. Like it's a weird month that I feel like. None of the mutants really go with anyone else. I gotta say, like I feel like one of the Mystics has to go with one of the, or someone. No, the tech Lady Deathstrike. Lady Deathstrike, because I put Silver Samurai. Lady Deathstrike does make sense to go with. I don't know. Imagine Mystique is just a trophy champ. Like that's why. Like December she comes.
That would piss me off a little bit. I'm gonna be real. That would be a kind of a bigger douche move than anything else.
I know. Nah, Superior Spider-Man appeared a long time ago in motion comics. No, so Superior Spider-Man didn't show up. Iron Spider showed up in the motion comic a couple years ago. But same premise, a tech Spider-Man. Like yeah, you know what I mean. We have Stark Spidey, but I think with Doc Ock being in the tech class as well, like I think Superior Spider-Man would work well. Hood is expected to be in. Yeah, Hood is in the Ironheart show, but there's not really a connection to her and Hood and with Kushala. Like I think Kushala, I think Kushala and Agatha go together because that can be like that's the Strange Academy and Temple of Shanti month. So I think Kushala and Agatha to go together for sure.
I think the biggest thing is I'm just not sold on that Enchantress spot as much as I'd maybe like to be.
Yeah, I liked it originally, but now I'm just like they missed their mark to do it, and I thought Sylvia would be a bigger spot in the MCU, but it doesn't seem like it.
They don't care.
Yeah, now it's just Shaman. Where does Shaman go? He was an outlier in the last map too.
I would be okay with putting Shaman next to Dr. Voodoo. It's not the best spot, but I would not be upset at it.
Yeah.
And that's mainly just because I feel like Wendigo is a massive link there.
I doubt they bring 2 Mystics to the game. Yeah. I do too, but I doubt they're gonna do. I doubted they'd do 2 Science Champions the same month, and they have to, with the way we have Sandman, Lizard, and a Spider Hero. Like they have to do 2. And it's class balancing. There's too much cosmic, so they have to balance it. So it's not too weird. Yeah, and then I'm trying to see when's the last time we had a double month of the same class. But at this point, Kabam have to balance the classes.
Mm.
Yeah, I was trying to find Jim's release post.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got Toad and Sora on the same month. That's right, last year.
Mm. And then we've got. Oh, I was gonna say, who else did we get that was like double class?
Rintra and Wong last year.
Yep, double Mystic right there. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not like they haven't done it before. What about Gorgon, Skill, and Crystal and Cosmic? I just don't think Kabam want to do Inhumans, and that's not to them. It's more to the Marvel. Crystal was not in the underdog vote, so it's a possibility, but I just don't think them. Sorry, Cersei and Icarus as well.
Was double Cosmic, yeah, back in
Yeah,
2021.
yeah, I was just going last year, but for sure, like they've done it before. Like they've done double classes, and now there's too many cosmics, so they have to start doing double months.
Yep.
To catch up. All right, so where do I put Shaman though? Who am I missing? Shaman and Mystique.
What's your current links that you've got?
Okay, I'll show you. All right. So just like my prediction. Well, I guess. All right, actually, let me mix this up because. Alright. K Bishop, Vivision, Lizard Sandman, Adam Warlock, High Evolutionary, Shatterstar Forge, Patriot Leader, Silk Superior Spider-Man, Baron Guillotine Scream, Lady Deathstrike Silver Samurai, Beta Ray Bill Gladiator, Monica Rambo Ironheart, Kushala Agatha, Mystique Shaman. And that's it. That's gotta be it.
Okay. Yeah, I think I like your pairings more than mine, but I think like because I'm trying to tie it to everything.
Yeah, there's some leg room, I think, for sure. And explain Beta Bill as skill class. Didn't they already class him in a vote a while back? Yeah, actually, let me. I don't think they did actually, but let me check. And the only reason we were thinking is like, look at you have Mantis, who's cosmic in scale. You have Valkyrie, and you have Korg, which both tie to Ragnarok, and Beta Rebuild is on Sakaar.
Yeah.
So
also, if they classed him back when his first vote came out, then they did not care about class balance as much as they do now.
Yeah, exactly.
So they may have just said, okay, we're changing things to keep class balance, but we still like to bring the character.
Okay. So, Beta Ray Bill. They did not say he. This is what they said. They say Beta Ray Bill, deemed worthy and granted the Asgardian weapon Stormbreaker, this cybernetic warrior is as powerful as mighty Thor. And that's all they said. They didn't actually say what class he was. Oh, no, shit, you're right. It was Cosmic.
Was it?
Yeah, it was Agatha, Mystic, Zemo Scale, Quicksilver Science, Beta Ray Bill. Damn it, you're
Gotcha.
right.
But yeah, I think if they're trying to maintain the class balance, then Beta Ray Bill could have gotten moved to skill.
Yeah.
If they're not, then I'm seeing people make arguments for Executioner, and I would be.
Scourge also on Ragnarok. He's just too niche. I think he's not that cool, to be honest.
They have some room to work with it. I mean, there's been iterations, I think, where he's been given like an axe with multiple elements.
Yeah. He really just needs like I don't know. I'd love him to have cool stuff, but they don't really work with his character. Be rebuild in the tech class. It's a possibility, but I just don't think he'd work as doing tech abilities.
And that would fill my Enchantress spot. But then White Tiger would be coming with 2. So okay, so if I did that, then I would have to move it so that Beta Ray Bill wasn't coming. Adam Warlock needs someone to come with.
But we don't have a good alternative for Beta Ray Bill, right? Like we couldn't figure it out.
It has to be someone who could double as a cosmic, and that's basically it.
Yeah.
Just based on the trend of everyone that's in that circle. Because if you look in that top left corner, literally every one of them, there's an argument for them to be cosmic.
Yeah, exactly. Completely agree. Yeah, Beta Ray Bill was, for the round 4 of Summer's Choice last year, it was Beta Ray Bill in the Cosmic class, but we have Jane Foster in the Mystic class. We have Thor Ragnarok in the Skill class, so yeah, I think it would work out fine if he wasn't in the Cosmic class. And
yeah,
they've noticed it. I mean, there's only 3 Cosmics, so they've noticed a skills issue. They've noticed a class balance issue.
Yeah, there's a reason why Cosmic and Mutant have the lowest new spot count, and Tech has the highest.
Yep.
They know.
Gorgon and Beta Ray Bill spot. Yeah, it's a good spot. I'm not disagreeing with it, but I just don't know if they'll do an Inhumans event. I'm so sold on Scream, a symbiote coming next to Venompool. I'm sold on it. So that's the
I
only
don't think
reason.
you're wrong either. It's just the reduced spot counts that's
Yeah,
making me question it.
you
It's
only
the
have
same
so
reason
much
why I
leg
don't
room.
high. Yeah, it's the same reason why I don't have high evolutionary. Is because I don't see it
What
just
about
based off.
what
Sorry, go
about
ahead.
Amrock Thor? They don't seem to be doing Barons. Like if they were, we would have got Shuri last year as being the Amrock Baron. I mean, they kind of already mentioned them being NPCs, so I don't see why that they're gonna break that. As much as I want War Thor, like don't get me wrong, she's the coolest one out of all of them, but I just don't think they're gonna break that thing. And Citalis and the leaked 8.2 boss as well. Like I don't think they're gonna be playable anytime soon. So it is what it is. They should have just released a regular map. I know they have the files for it, so they can do it next year or later this year if they want to switch that up.
Yep. Let's think. So say we would put Gorgon, and then Triton would drop down to the Atuma spot, maybe,
Yeah.
and then, but then they would come with each other, and that doesn't solve anything because we'd
Yeah,
still
it
end up with Adam
removes.
Warlock without a partner.
Well, I don't think so, but
Well, yeah,
yeah. Do you think we could get a Nova Sam Alexander? No, I am. It's like look at that Ultron spot next to like Vision. It's totally Viv. Like her being the Ultron network in MRock and being next to two Visions and Ultron and Iron Man. Like I think it's no, I think it's totally confirmed.
the only argument against would be Yocasta, and I
Yeah,
do not see them putting Yocasta over a character that we have seen in other projects.
yeah. It's funny. Did you see my tweet? I thought. Have you seen the statue that crushes Maria Rambeau? Doesn't it look like
Uh,
Jocasta?
when was this?
Multiverse of
How long?
Madness.
Okay.
The statue gets crushed on Maria Rambeau. Yeah, I'll post it. I just thought it was cool. It looked like Jocasta, but it's supposed to be Xena, Princess Warrior.
Mr. King tweeted out in Portuguese, so I'm trying to understand.
It's,
Oh, there's the English version.
yeah, you
Okay.
can translate it. But isn't Viv Vision a Baron from Rock? Yes. It's funny I said that. Yeah, she was supposed to be the Baron of Ultron, but I think they're probably just gonna go with like a mixed version of classic and M Rock, I think.
Oh yeah, that really looks like Yocasta.
Right? That's what I'm saying. But yeah, I think
Yeah.
Viv is just gonna probably. I'm hoping for the M Rock version, but they can easily just go the comic version and just have the story of the M Rock. So not necessarily being. And she never got her house. Like we never got her house anyways, so she technically never became a Baron. She was just a potential Baron. Same with Deadpool Supreme and
Yeah, I mean, she would have been a Baron. Like King Groot as well in Emrock would have been a Baron.
no,
No, would have.
he was a Baron.
Well, he wasn't like a confirmed one. Is what I'm saying though. Like he was in like anyone who was at that round table was going to be a Baron.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying he was in the game as a Baron. He was the last
Yeah.
update. Versus,
Oh, was he?
Yeah,
Oh, that's right. I remember. Sorry.
Yeah.
It has been a long time since I thought about Realm.
just memories coming back. She also
Oh.
appeared in the Family Tree of Quicksilver. Yeah, Viv Vision did appear. She was grayed out. I mean, Crystal was there as well. So like, I'm not Crystal's an, is an like if anyone's next to Medusa and Black Bolt, it's Crystal. I can't put a symbiote anywhere else, and that's the only reason.
The fact they've got two as Guardians there too is throwing me.
Yeah, two Guardians, Karnak, and then Mantis. For that one, right? Oh, and the other one for
Well,
the
like I'm
humans.
looking like there's Medusa and Black Bolt on either side, but then you've also got Heimdall and Odin like right there,
Yeah,
and then Venompool on top. Probably no tie-in. Red herring. Vision Arcus. Probably no tie-in. Like, yeah, it's a tough spot to think of.
yeah. The only
For
thing
sure.
I can think of is like we already got the Grendel symbiote who got beheaded by Nova. So with Null kind of being close to Odin, maybe it's just Scream, but she's like super nullified and is like a true like absolute carnage type of character. I don't know.
No Steve makes me sad. Oh, I know what you're talking, like the Absolute Carnage storyline.
Yeah, he's not here on it. It's crazy because Jessica's here. It makes sense because they want to do classes, but they forget the seventh class. I mean, it's the same with May. There's no seventh
I would
class
have
on
been
there.
happy if Steve just like popped in somewhere. It's
Right.
like, hi, we're over here. No, I think I'm fairly solid. Like I said, I think a couple of my pairings are a little weird, but yeah, who knows?
Beta Red Bill can go where Scream is. Yeah, I mean,
I could. There's the argument. It's the
yeah,
same argument as having Crystal there, right?
yeah. It's just I can't. I can literally not put a symbiote anywhere else. She wouldn't fit science.
Oh yeah, I just realized why I didn't end up seeing that earlier.
What?
I think the Boo and I have each other blocked.
That's
Yeah, I'm trying to remember
funny.
what it was over, but yeah.
That's funny. All right. There's nowhere in science where Scream Science would make sense. Yeah, exactly that too. Is like
No,
it would have to be next to Anti Venom, but there's no spot there. So wasn't Scream also a mutant, or am I wrong? It depends
no.
on what host we're talking about, because Scream actually has several hosts,
Mm.
and
If we're talking about tried and true Scream, like Life Foundation Scream, no.
yeah,
She,
that's
her,
that's
oh,
I'm going classic Scream from Marvel, not her other
yeah.
host.
There's nowhere else you could go. Like, for being honest, the only other way that you could go is maybe Silence.
Yeah,
But no, it's going to be Scream.
and that would
And
have
if
to
we're
be
going to get, yeah, if we're getting a female symbiote, there is literally no other choice but Scream. Like,
I
you could
noticed.
make the argument. Yeah, what's up?
I noticed.
His head just floating.
Yeah, I just noticed that. That's funny.
Also, I think something interesting to note is that they still have the OG Spidey, not the redesign.
Yeah, especially if that's supposed to be coming here pretty soon.
Yep.
I noticed like Ultron as well looks different. He looks like he has a jacked neck.
Mm. No,
uh,
yeah, I think there's plenty to like debate about, and the fact they didn't do like a regular map means we don't agree as much. But
hmm Is
we'll
there
see.
is there any organization with these charts? To a degree, I mean, some kind of makes sense. Like Kate Bishop next to Hawkeye and Ronin makes sense. Black Widow, uh,
Kingpin because of the TV
Yep,
series.
Kingpin, both Black Widow, and like Squirrel, even with the West Coast Avengers, I guess you could say New Warriors type of thing, kind of makes sense. But some are weird. I gotta say, leader
Why is
being
Mr. Fantastic not with the Fantastic Four? Why is he with Miles Morales? Like it's weird stuff like that that makes me
yeah.
think that some of these are just really random,
That's
and
what
some of them are just perfect fits.
I think this is a red herring. Frojo the legend. Yeah, Frojo's awesome. Shout out to Frojo.
Oh
Chatron.
man, I just. But yeah, I say the only one that both you and I are like, there is no other character that fits as perfectly is Mystique.
Yeah, which is so weird, man. It feels so weird. Iron Lad maybe. Um,
Not over Ironheart.
yeah, not over Ironheart. Just with the infamous Iron Man connection, the Shuri connection, the Iron Man connection. Like she has connection to all three of those. So, but Iron Lad. Yeah, it depends on next month if they tease him. If they tease him, and maybe that'll be a possibility.
Because they've got Cassie, they've got Wiccan Hulkling.
Yeah.
If they ever add Patriot, it'll be him. Like it would really just be Iron Lad that's missing.
Yep.
But the Shuri connection is making me think Ironheart is more likely.
Exactly. Maybe Bastion. Yep. Egg has Bastion on his predictions, so
Yeah.
I'm not sold on Lady Deathstrike mostly because the fact that all the Sentinels are next to the spot makes me think it has to be another Sentinel. It just feels weird. Like we got a Sentinel last year. We have, and we got Nimrod the year before, and then we have Sentinel. Like I don't know. It just feels. I think it's interesting. Like I don't know.
I'm with you though, Velvet, that I do think that we are going to get another one. I just don't think it's going to be in that spot. Like originally, on my original predictions, I had Bastion there, and then I had Danger, where Jay has high evolutionary, like between Warlock and Sentinel. But I think Deathstrike doesn't really fit anywhere else, and I
Yeah.
think that she's also incredibly likely to come to the contest.
Mm-hmm. And that's because they have two Clan of Wolverine spot and Lady Deathstrike with Madripoor and Silver Samurai with his Yoshida castle. So it's just an Amarok connection that I think they're just trying to connect.
Yeah.
That it's just too specific. No, that's okay. I just explained it. Is that they have a Clan of Wolverine. We have what so many Wolverines, and I'm not on the Dakin type of train. So I think that's why those characters are connected to the Wolverine event we're having this year.
I'm just trying to think of like what character could have a connection to all three versions of the Wolverine, plus Sunspot, plus Jubilee, plus Iceman.
Yeah. Um. Oh shit. One post. Yeah, and I'm only going Shatterstar because of the new mutants with Sunspot. I can look at for the Jubilee and Iceman connection, but at least see Shatterstar's connections to Wolverine, with the X Force. Someone said, why Patriot if it is Bullseye? Well, Bullseye lost the vote, so he can't come this year, so that's why he's off this list. But I don't think he's already in the plans for next year. It's too early, in my opinion.
And based on the way that Mike and some of the other Kabam employees were talking during the vote itself, I don't think they're very excited to handle him.
Yeah. What did I want to say? Oh yeah, I wanted to look up Shatterstar again. I keep looking him up to try to like make connections, because it's like we have a Mojoverse spot coming, and at the very least, one person, like, I don't know if Spire would be Mystic, and I don't think Shatterstar would be Mystic either. You know what I mean? Like I just feel like he's got to fit there. He's not.
I agree that he shouldn't be Mystic. I'm still slightly confused on why Longshot ended up being Mystic.
I know, right?
But
Yeah.
but I don't see Shatterstar having a connection to either Loki or Dr. Voodoo.
Yeah.
So.
The only thing I could see is him being a skill character, and then him taking the Beta Ray Bill spot, but that just feels weird.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So that sounded rude. I sent that before you responded. Oh, no worries, dude. I don't take it personally. I get.
Oh, hey, Jim's in
yelled
the
at.
chat. I didn't even realize. Hey, Jim.
Hey, what's up, Jim? But yeah, man. I don't know if you guys have any thoughts. I think we're gonna end it here.
Yeah. Like there's some things on this map I'm just like, that makes zero sense. Like, why the heck do you have a line between Guillotine 99 and Havoc?
Oh yeah, the connection there.
Like, why is that linked up there? Why do you have Nova and Red, or the Champion and Red Skull? Or looking like within the class itself, why do you have Psycho Man in the middle of Nimrod, Nebula, Guardian, and Iron Man? Like,
yeah. That's what I'm thinking. They just had to pair them up together, but they wanted to do this design, and at that point you have to pair people next to it for whatever reason. And so Psycho Man being in the tech class, but with no connections to the tech people.
yeah, I mean, nope, there's no connection.
Yeah.
And Stark Spidey's just randomly sitting beside Nebula.
Yeah. I mean, kind of, I guess, with the with Endgame and Infinity War, but beyond that,
Yeah.
it's a stretch. Yeah, I know.
Well, and then like Cersei's in the middle of like Proxima Midnight and Gamora and Red Goblin and Cull Obsidian and Gallon. Like,
Yeah, that's a weird one.
That is just weird.
Yeah, that's why I think some of our spots we're gonna try to, like the Gladiator spot. Really, like, it's a weird spot to put him in, but I don't see it where anywhere else. Scream as well. Adam Warlock fits perfectly. Like, some spots fit perfectly, and everyone else just is like, yeah, kind of make connection there.
Yeah,
that's why you got to.
Like, I had to dig to find something to put in the Mole Man Atuma spot.
Yeah, and I think that's just a red herring. I really do.
Oh, I hope it isn't. I feel like that's just like a giant middle finger to me, you, MK, anyone else that does like predictions. If it's just like zero relation whatsoever.
Yeah.
Because we know they exist on the map, but if we're supposed to predict anything and they've got no connections, it's like, what the heck? Come on now.
Yeah. Well, we did a pretty good job, I think.
I missed the battle realm. I missed the state of the battle realm.
Yeah, and Deadpool Supreme still not being on here is weird, I think. Like, the Lost Marks for a gold spot doesn't fit here, even if it is another character besides. Yeah, even if it is another character, like, there's really nowhere else to put him or her. Like, Lady Deadpool, I just don't think it's her.
Yeah. It is what it is. Anyways, I like you said, I think I'm happy with my picks. You're happy with your picks.
Yeah.
Some of the pairings are a little wacky, but is what it is. Yeah.
All right, so you posted the English version.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's just the next time over.
Sweet. Yeah, so he put K Bishop, or actually let me put my pairings back up so people understand. K Bishop, Vivision, Silk, Spear, Spider Man, Adam Warlock, High Evolutionary, Shatterstar Forge. He's curious that he's uncertain of is Maximus or Gorgon with Crystal.
Mm.
U.S. Agent with Leader, Abigail Brand with Monica, Lizard with Sandman, White Tiger with Ironheart, Guillotine, Fawn Doom, which is Baron Guillotine, Shaman, Gladiator, Agatha, Lady Deathstrike, Dakin, which half of those I'm pretty set on as
I'm
well.
curious why he's doing White Tiger with Ironheart. Maybe I'm missing something that would make my pairings work a little bit better.
I don't know, to be honest. I tried to fit White Tiger with someone else, which at the point where we got Omega Sentinel with Captain Britain, which literally made no sense, by the way. I mean, I predicted that, but I was like, I predicted it because it doesn't make sense.
All right, we're just gonna put White Tiger with Deathstrike and say Claws, and
uh,
I don't care. It fits better to me than Orca does.
yeah, and that's
And then I really just Orca and Enchantress are the two things on the map I'm just really confused on.
all right. Cool. Let me check out my notifications and then we'll end.
Tried Young and Pull related had to be like that to fit a month. Oh, okay, I get what you're saying, MK. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense, I guess.
Do you think they're gonna do, since there's 24 characters? Do you think they are gonna do 2 in December again?
No.
Like not a trophy champ at all, just straight up playable 2 champions. It's been a while since we've done 3. It's been 3 years since we've done 3 characters, not including trophy champs.
I don't think it's going to happen just because of the rebalancing program and they're trying to do buffs at the same time.
Yeah.
It's one of those situations where the reason why the buff program as a whole stopped or stalled was because they were worried about quality over quantity.
Yeah.
So I would say that the trend of only getting 1 champion in December is going to continue. Because and then we just got a new trophy champ last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's like been 1 year on, 1 year off that we've gotten one. Or some, or like specifically in December, right? So hold on. If we look at 2018, what came in December now? December 2018 was Night Thrasher and Darkhawk, which was 2 champs. Yep. 2019
was Silver
2019
Surfer.
was Silver Surfer by himself, so it was off.
Which then started the.
Yeah, 2020 was Spider Ham, but he came with such a witch.
But she didn't come out that month.
Right. But I still technically count it. 2021, it was December. 2021, it was Craven by himself.
Mm-hmm.
2022, last year, it was Mantis with Jessica Jones as a trophy champ. So technically, I think we're entering like an off year.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's what I'm saying. Like, it's an off year for trophy champ, but it can just add in
a second champ.
Yeah.
I don't think. Yeah, I really don't think that's going to be the case. Like I said, like we just saw the full extent of what it takes to rebalance 2 characters. Now that they've announced that they're rebalancing both Atuma and Shuri.
Yeah.
It's a 4-month process. They're taking all of so they announced it 2 days ago?
Yeah.
So February's mostly over. March they're taking to actually design the changes that they want to test out. April and May are test, and then it goes live in June.
Mm-hmm.
That is a long period of time to be focusing on characters that are already out in the game. And like we're getting a peek behind the curtain or whatever, but that's the same deal that's happening. Like they just did OG Hulk overhaul that's coming out next month. They just did Classic Spidey overhaul that's coming out hopefully within the next couple of months after they fix the damage. I think they haven't said anything about another buff to coincide with the rebalancing for Atuma and Shuri, and I think that's because they're rebalancing both of them. So
that's what I've always thought about. And we also have like Iceman.
That's true. They've also said something about the Iceman buff.
4 months to rebalance Shuri and Atuma, kind of long. They're also working on the other buffs at the same time. It's not just 4 months to specifically do these 2 characters. It's to do it, have the long betas for the Hulk and Spider-Man.
It's another month than what it took them to fix Gore, and I will tell you why I'm okay with that. Atuma and Shuri are 2 characters where the fix is not exactly all that clear. They're both characters who could be very, very strong defensively, but are lacking offensively right now, right? So if we look at Atuma, for example, if they touch his Thorns damage and the percentage chance, the base chance or whatever, automatically his usefulness as a defender is going to go up because it's guaranteed fun and interactive damage that the person's going to be taking unless they have like Namor to reflect it or Omega Red or something like that to avoid it. So that's automatically like they have to be careful with the Thorns.
Mm-hmm.
If they have to take a look at the concussions, they have to look at the ceiling of the character because the character when he ramps up is kind of nuts. That's why I like when they're looking at his cruelties because his cruelties are what pauses the concussions and allows him to keep his rotation. If those cruelties are a little bit longer, that means you keep your concussions up longer, which means they stack higher, which means that you do more damage in the long run. So they have to they have to be very, very careful when they're looking at specifically Atuma and Shuri to not break the character off the face of the earth. Like Gore is significantly better now than what he was, but he's also not better as a defender for all intents and purposes.
Mm-hmm.
He could have gone really, really south if they decided to buff any of his defensive utility, like with Heresy, for example. If they went to mess with his Heresy, his regen would be insane on defense, even more than it already is. So they have to be careful with what they touch, and they're taking a full month to do that they didn't need with Gore.
Mm-hmm.
And they haven't needed with Wiccan. So, anyways, long story short, it's a knife's edge that they're walking with specifically Atuma and to some degree Shuri, but they're taking the extra time to figure it out and do it right, which I'm absolutely okay with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too.
Because otherwise we end up with a Gamora situation. Or an Ebony Maw situation for all intents purposes.
Yeah, at least he turned out good.
Oh, both of them turned out fine. Gamora's really good now. I'm not happy. I would not be pissed if I pulled her as my first 7-star.
Yeah. We shall see. There has been 3 people in 1 month. Yeah, they've done 3 people in 1 month like 13 times. Like they can do it. The last time was in 2019 with Man-Thing, Guillotine 99, and Elsa.
Yeah, but as a result, we were getting some subpar characters in the form of Mangog, in the form of Purgatory to a degree. People were really sleeping on Overseer for a while. Like, as a result of the buffs being really, really good, the champions themselves, the new champions, were not that good, or were not recognized as that good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we look at 2021 and the buff cadence. Jubilee wasn't as exciting as she could have been. Was it 2021 that the huge buff spree? They literally, a lot of people forget this. They buffed Odin.
Yeah.
That's something that would never have happened if they had slowed their buff cadence down. Like, if we're just being realistic.
And he wasn't even actually a part of the buff programming.
No, he wasn't. People were going, look, this character is absolute garbage. You need to fix this.
Yeah.
And they did.
This is an old graphic, but this is Jim's graphic that he has, so I 100% agree. We used to get 3 champs a month, 4 times a year. Yeah, it used to be crazy.
It used to be insane. The pace they were going at was insane. It was really, really good. But there were also way too many champs that were just slipping under the radar because they were focusing on the buffs rather than the new characters. It's like, cool, we get this new character, but they're garbage. Or they're not as good as they should be because we didn't tune some things. Like, Odin is a perfect example of that. Jubilee is a perfect example of that because they had 4 buffs that were being released the next month. Purgatory was a perfect example of that. Psycho Man, Mangog. Like, Psycho Man came in February alongside Super Skrull. And that was one of the most disappointing months we had ever had for new champions in the history of the game. But then he came alongside the Mole Man buff, the Terrax buff, the Kingpin buff, and the Yellow Jacket buff. That was insane.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we may have gotten 4 buffs, but we got 2 champions who were hot garbage as a result of that. And then they've had to buff Psycho Man later on, and they've had to add synergies in for Super Skrull in order to fix it. Anyways.
Yeah.
I'm getting on a tangent now, and we're getting way off topic, but yeah. Them dropping the buff cadence, I wasn't happy about it, but I understood why they did it. And so far, the buffs, since they've done this, I've been okay with. I wasn't happy with the Psycho Man or the Guillotine rebuff that happened in February, but since then, Storm was a good buff, Yondu was a good buff, Deadpool X-Force was actually an underrated buff, but people don't talk about it all that much because it's still not the level they were maybe expecting. Juggernaut is insane. Juggernaut went from one of the worst champions in the game to top 10 Mystic easily. Like, the only other champion who's ever done something like that was the Red Magneto buff. And the difference is, Juggernaut's not broken. He's not going to be countering every single thing left and right. They literally just have to add a node like long distance relationship on something, and he can't take it.
All right, but not every champ can be an absolute stud, for sure. It's just like
Not every champ, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that. But I would rather that the new champs be good and then they reevaluate them like what they're doing for the rebalance program. Like, a lot of people were not sure how the rebalance program was going to go because it never happened before. Or when it did happen, it turned out to be crap. Like, if we look at it, they ended up, the only time they ever tried to do anything like that, Invisible Woman they said was fine as is. Ronin they said was fine as is. They nerfed Namor, they changed Cull Obsidian, and they buffed Human Torch.
Mm-hmm.
And as a result, Human Torch has been the top science for years, and he's only recently being outclassed a little bit by Scorpion, and even still that's debatable. Cull Obsidian dropped from one of the most popular champions at the time to, okay, he's kind of niche. His block proficiency isn't worth it anymore. Namor dropped massively in usefulness. Invisible Woman is still not played by anyone other than Undermother. And Ronin ended up getting buffed as part of the buff program. But we had no data to go off of, which is why people were unsure about where to go with it. Anyways, now that we know what the rebalance program looks like, and we know it takes them multiple months to be able to do things properly, more than fine with them slowing down the buffs in the time frame to get this out.
Yeah.
Because people are getting 6-star champs like crazy right now. Like, a year ago, if you told me I'd be at 40-something rank 3s and almost double-digit rank 4s, I would not have believed you.
Mm-hmm.
But it's insane how fast the game has progressed. Like, look at Seaton.
We were just talking about him last night.
I know. I was listening to that portion of it, and it surprised even Kabe and YOLO how fast you can progress in this game if you know what you're doing. But a lot of the champions deserve to kind of be done the right way the first time. Imagine if what's another good example? Like, imagine if the rebalance program was working when Sauron came out, when Captain Britain came out.
Oh, it should have been her. But
imagine what would have happened with Icarus. Like, America Chavez wouldn't have had to be buffed later on like she is now. Purgatory would have been fixed up. Psycho Man would have actually maybe been done right. Odin wouldn't have needed the buff the month later. Yeah. I'm good with them taking 4 months to make sure a champion is done right.
Yeah, no, I agree. Did you see where MK put his predictions?
Just on Twitter now.
Yeah, he put Shatterstar by Domino. Where you have Dakin, he put Forge by Professor X, which I thought about. High Evolutionary, where I have Death Strike, where we have her, Viv.
Oh, you're talking like that? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I think I'm the only one out of us that put Gladiator between the Inhumans and the Asgardians.
Yeah, I thought about it at first, but I just like the top spot better. He's going off the Inhumans, and I'm going off the symbiote. And
I'm not even going off the Inhumans. I'm just going off of the fact that there's 2 different cosmic factions there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going off the fact that Monica Rambeau isn't going to be next to Cat Marvel. But that's about it.
Yeah. And we put Monica the same spot.
Yeah. Lizard and Sandman, you and I have flipped compared to what MK has.
It doesn't bother me which way they go.
Me neither.
Silk, the same spot. Silk seems like an easy one.
Was Sandman an Avenger at one point?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, that might explain the Captain Marvel or the Captain America tie-in there. I'd be okay with that.
Yeah. I like I said, I don't care which way they flip it. Um, he put
Yeah.
U.S. Agent next to Atuma, and
Yep. And Mole Man.
that's weird. I mean, it's a weird spot, like I've already said.
Mm. It's the spot that you and I are both like the least confident in.
Yeah, which it happens.
Yeah.
But he put Crystal, Gladiator, Adam Warlock, High Evolutionary Vision, Lady Deathstrike, Ironheart, Spear, Spider-Man, Forge, Dakin, Shatterstar, Leader, Monica, Lizard, Sandman, Silk, Abigail, Kate, US, Maximus, or Gorgon. So interesting.
Yeah.
All right, well, I think that's gonna call it a stream. I appreciate it. It's been 3 hours, so that's been fun. Theorycraft is my favorite thing in this game. So when they do something like this, and everyone texts me with like 20 messages saying, "Hey, wake up, do this map," I'm like, "Yeah, let's do it." Polaris should be in the mutant, even Mimic and Banshee. It's a
They're scared. They're scared of Magneto. They are very scared about Magnetize.
Yeah, it's a Polaris is yeah. We had two Magnetos. As much as I love Polaris, and she was in the family tree with Wanda and Pietro. It's hard because we have two Magnetos, and it's just I don't know, man. And Banshee
It
would
is,
be cool.
yeah. It is literally they are petrified to add another Magneto.
Yeah,
And they know that people would be it's a catch-22. They know that the community would be upset if she's not like if she's not strong against tech champs, and they know that they can't create Magneto 2.0. They just can't. Even Wags is debatably strong enough to stop them from creating that again. Well, like if you're looking at Wags from a war point of view, like yeah, his pre-fights are strong and everything like that, but like, dear God, the dude can put out some damage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, everyone fits the last map on my predictions, and the extra spot is Beta Ray Bill, Leader, possibly Kushala or Silk, depending on how you put Spider-Man Supreme. Mystique and Ironheart. And that's it. Those are the only two that fit the map, that didn't fit the map last year. With everyone else fitting. Shame Armor and Dazzler didn't make it. Even Sunfire. Yep. They would. I mean, all of them would be cool. I mean, I'm a huge X-Men fan, so.
Armor's lost too many votes.
Yeah. It's
and Dazzler, you can debate that too.
She should come. Polaris would be an overrated Horseman of Apocalypse. Or underrated, I guess what you meant to say.
They are scared of creating another Magneto. Yeah. That's really what it is. It's just another mutant character that can attack tech champions. They were very scared of that.
That's what I agree. I definitely agree. I wonder if they feel the same way about Dakin and that they have Weapon X. All right. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for we had 500 views. Wow. Jeez, man.
Damn.
It's really good. Bastion should be tech. Yeah, I mean, if I didn't have Lady Deathstrike, Bastion would be there. So I'm not discounting that at all. Bastion.
I've got him.
yeah. Like it's not like if you don't believe me, then other people predicting him. So there's always a good chance I'm wrong, because I don't have a perfect. I have like an 85% prediction rate or around there. So there's always room for error, and I'm totally cool being wrong. Like April this year will probably be wrong just because I just stuck it out for Lizard and Sandman. I mean, one of them are coming regardless, I think. So it will be over a year without mutants, right? Like, isn't that weird? Like, it sucks that mutant class is really taking the back seat. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I know Iceman's getting a buff, which thankfully, but
I'm going to say something semi-controversial.
What?
I'm okay with mutants taking the back seat because every single mutant that has come out within the last little while has been like a broken record repeat.
Yeah.
Or like a reskin.
Yeah. No,
if we're really looking at it, Bishop, Storm, Storm X, Toad, Sauron to a degree, Captain Britain, they all are just the same thing. Prowess gaining purified Punishers.
I just think they need to figure out what they want to do differently. And that's why I was hoping for Forge, because Forge, I don't want him to work that way. Mystique, we know for sure damn well she ain't going to work that way.
Yeah.
And Shatterstar being a skill in its mutant class.
Hey, nah, you missed most of the stream. But no, that's why I'm okay with mutant taking the back seat, is because they don't do anything unique anymore.
Yeah.
Like, they really think about it. Like, when was the last time that mutants got a new mechanic in the game aside from either prowess or purified punishing?
I don't know.
That's what, it's just so repetitive about, like, over and over and over again. It's like, yeah, cool, you gave Captain Britain some buffs. Okay, awesome. Anyways, it's just Iceman getting a buff is a good sign.
Yeah.
Mr. Sinister getting some sort of love would be another good
Yeah.
sign. Just the mutants who bring something unique to the table are my favorite, because they mean that the class is not repetitive, and I'm hoping that they were able to find something else to do with the mutant class other than just say, yeah, we'll stack a prowess on them, and then whenever their stuns are purified, they get a passive.
Yeah. Like they need to get out of these class archetypes. That's what I think ruined Cosmic Class for a while.
Yeah, that's why I'm okay with Gallon. That's why I'm okay with. Well, I'm yes, I'm okay with Gallon, but not insane.
Legion maybe
That's what,
eventually if they
yeah.
don't. The guy has a million powers, so it's hard to do him justice.
But, like, if we're looking at it within the last little while, Hulkling is different. Gallon, yeah, he's different, but he's also just a real butt sometimes. Absorbing Man doesn't fall within the usual class archetypes. Juggernaut doesn't fall within the class archetypes. Like Spot doesn't. Like, since when do we have, like, a science champion with some sort of, like, consistent miss other than Miles? Like, that's just really interesting.
Mm-hmm. Graviton.
I mean, now we've got a science champion that's, like, legitimately contesting Torch in Scorpion.
Yeah, that's true. He's been so popular. Red Wolf, Skill, or Mystic? Yeah, I'd agree. Man, I was so happy when Gabe mentioned on our podcast that they thought about doing a whole Native American
That's why I'm kind of banking on Kushala and
Forge. Yeah,
and Forge,
yeah,
is because I'm really hoping they finally did that.
Absolutely. That's why I was so confident on Forge being the iconic X-Men.
Yeah.
Mystique doesn't fit iconic X-Men because she's not actually an X-Men, for people who obviously all thought it was her. But
Movies.
yeah, but obviously the Spot is just so her. So we'll see. Still,
it is the one. Yeah, I've just been repeating it over and again all stream, but there is no other spot on the map where all 6 around them make sense. It's just kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm. Nah, Horny says WWB and gonna be my MT. What does that mean?
I have no idea. Nah, have you been drinking again?
That's funny.
I'm messing with them, but no, like, dude, legible sentences.
Yeah, please. Yeah. I think once we get the half end of the year narrative roadmap, it'll really clear up on our who we pair with who. Werewolf by Night.
Werewolf by Night. Okay.
Yeah, he's not on my predictions, sadly, but I think once he's in an MCU, like his full-on film MCU project, I think he'll be in the game.
Yeah, no, I've got Wendigo there.
Yeah, I have Shaman because Sasquatch is there.
Yeah.
We have an Alpha Flight member, and that's just where I put it, Shaman. But yeah,
Thomas, if we did a vote, then no duh that Forge would be last on the list, but a vote won't tell us who's coming next month. Like, Kabam already knows what they want to do, but a vote won't change that, nor will it.
JX, do you have the date for all these champs? And just guesses we're at right now and eventually these champs. Oh, okay, so kind of? I'm not confident on... Like, the narrative roadmap, you can easily say, oh, it's a Spideyverse month. That's probably two of these four characters, right?
Yeah.
I'm still banking on Guillotine, the new Guillotine and Scream coming in October. You mentioned Gladiator and Beater Ray Bill being in September.
Yeah.
Monica...
Just based off the trend of, like, the Summoner's vote pushing the champ back a month every time, I'm guessing September.
Depending on if they want to do July or November, because Marvel's switching those events, Monica and Ironheart can be November. I think Patriot Leader will be next year. I think it's just too early for them. Lady Deathstrike and Silver Samurai, I think, are going to be August. Mystique and Shaman, I think, are going to be next year as well. But yeah,
I will say I like the amount of female champions we've got on the map now.
yeah, you could definitely tell they're fixing the gender gap,
Yeah,
which is
that's
nice.
that's kind of like what's making me think that some of these are more accurate than I initially realized. Is the class balance plus the gender balance.
Yeah,
Like if we're really looking at it between my predictions, what have I got? I've got like
I got 1 in skill, 2 science, 3 mystic, 1 cosmic, 3 tech, and then 1 mutant.
6, 7, technically 8.
Leda Hellbender
9.
should come, dude. Yes, and same with Luna Snow. Very cool characters.
No. 1.
I think Luna Snow though is a future fight character, so that would be weird.
6.
But Hellbender is cool. I've actually told it Kabam they're gonna do an XL female champion. Hellbender, perfect.
How many champs did we say we were guessing from?
24.
Like on the list?
24.
24? Okay, 10 of those I have listed as female. I think. So it's not a perfect 50-50, but I think that's what it is. So, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, that's why I missed
8 is genderless technically. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, okay. So so it's like 14 to 10 in favor of male, but they're still closing. Yeah, they're still closing the gap.
The X Factor team should come to the realm, even if the Hellfire Club. Yeah, possibly. I don't think this year though. They need to move out, and like you mentioned, like mutants need to be more fleshed out. Like there's so many unique characters. Like Darwin would not work as a prowess type of character.
Yeah, it's really just mutant is the most stagnant class at the moment.
Yeah.
Like tech could be definitely considered the weakest class, but mutant is definitely the most stagnant. There's a reason why Nimrod counters literally every single mutant in the game other than maybe Bishop. And even then it's a 50-50. And it's just because they do like 3 specific things. They either regen, they gain prowess, or they purify punish.
Nice. Mr. King says he has 11 female champions for 24.
He's 11?
Yeah.
That's solid.
That's pretty good. It's strong.
I'm trying to think which one he has that I don't. Let me see here. Crystal. That might have been it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Oh, or Abigail Brand, either one. But yeah. Who knows? But no, it's really just... If you look at what science does, one of the reasons why they're the most popular class is because they just are so diverse in what they do. You could bring one that has a ton of debuffs, another one that's like entirely utility, another one you just make buff immune, someone that's poison immune, someone that can be shock immune. Like, there's a lot that they've done with the science class that they haven't done in the mutant class.
Yeah, I have 10 to 24, so 10 to 14, just like you.
Yeah. Like, I'm just looking at it right now. Like, they've got characters that counter degen, characters that have immunities, characters that counter regen, characters that counter unstoppable or evade. They've got characters that counter nullify and stagger and fate seal and that. Like, mutant doesn't have that. They've got the prowess gainers and then Magneto. And then, like the only one who's I'd say is truly unique is Iceman. His immunities are fairly unique in the class. They're only contested by Colossus and then his damage form. God, I want Sinister to get buffed so bad.
Yeah, he's maybe a nice one.
Man,
Warpath might come. We'll see. He's not on my radar at the moment.
Mine neither. I think we're more likely to get Kushal and Forge before him.
Yeah, he's also a basic mutant. Like, as cool as he is really basic powers-wise, which I think is why Kabam didn't go with him. I think Gabe talked about he wanted to do him a couple years ago and never did. The young mutant team should come to the realm, being Armored, Daniel, and certain other members. Yeah. All right, well, I'm going to head the stream off, and I'm going to take my graphic, post on the internet, and then make a YouTube video on it and kind of explain like how we paired what we did. And yeah, I'm going to obviously talk about Mr. King's predictions Eggatron's predictions and say, hey, this if I don't think it's Agatha, this is who I think, etc. So, should be pretty fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this 3 hours. Appreciate you coming on, Eggatron.
Yeah, of course, man.
But yeah, let's. I guess we can see if we can raid anyone. I'm not sure if anyone's on. Oh nope, just myself. That's weird. All right, Mr. King put his video out
It
too.
is Sunday.
Yeah, it's Sunday too, which is crazy. Woke me up 2 hours late. Not a lot of Rupture Moon champs that we'll see some soon. Yeah, that's a pattern we'll probably see. Not many mutants since Nimrod became widely available.
Damn it. I just realized, no, we just streamed the entire time that Jay Will was live, Jason Jabari.
Yeah, I was gonna raid them, but
That's really funny.
He came by earlier, so that was...
All right. Anyways.
Yep. Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you guys have a great rest of your